Soulfly. Well, I think I'll land on some horse manure. I think I'll land on the poop du jour. Poop of the day, Chip. I think I'll land on a squash possum. And then I'll land on your potato salad. Just washing up. Because I'm looking at the world through flies' eyes. Looking at the world through flies' eyes. Looking at the world through flies' eyes.
And you can just buzz off.
And you can just buzz off. We're here. We're very, very happy. Deal with it. Deal with it, baby. It's the Bob and Tom Show in your face. Deal with it.
A little less hostility would be nice. Would you care for a rubber glove?
Hello, Pot.
Yeah.
Well, we are here, live. Doesn't it feel a little like we're the only...
People alive?
It's a snow day and we're the only school that didn't get called off?
We're the frontier school that never gets canceled.
Exactly. I think I saw one car on the way in.
I saw normal cars still.
Really?
Still.
Well, you have a weird... You have one road.
I go right here.
Yeah, you have a place where the only way to get there is one road.
I come under the interstate cars. They were backed up this morning.
What?
I'm just telling you what I saw.
There was an accident right there. There was a huge accident there.
Well, there you go. Well, there must have been cars out, huh? If there's a huge accident.
Only takes one.
Okay. All right. Okay, Tom. Tom, okay. Here we go. Off the air, Tom is telling us not only to stay away from him in the hallway, but he's telling us to stay away from people in our lives if we can possibly, which we are, by the way. Boy, I wasn't going to yell today. I came in singing a Christmas carol. He's out of his mind.
Why don't we just go home and work from home?
What? No. Why don't you go home?
Yeah, why don't you go work from home and we'll stay here?
My house is too noisy. We have a little school there, as you know, the Corona school.
You go over to the shack. You own a big place over there.
No. Here's what's going to happen. God, I hope this happens. Tom is going to go home. No, Tom's going to send all of us home all healthy. He's going to sit here and be sick all by himself. That's exactly what's going to happen.
You're supposed to separate as much as possible. 10 feet, please. Mm-hmm. Once again, we measure the distance between you and me.
You consider me the filthiest one in the studio.
We can't physically possibly do that.
But you're way close to Christy.
Well, there's been a memo. You're more than welcome to do this from home. We have set you up so that you can do it from home.
I know you want us to. Why don't we?
Why don't you do it from home?
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier,
over to the studio? Why don't you go over in that studio?
Go over to the shack.
There are microphones right in that studio. You'd be 20 feet away from all of us.
Oh, I set that up weeks ago. I have made arrangements so I could be in my own room.
Well, as my mother told my father, and vice versa on many times, don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Well,
this makes for a good show, the underlying hostility of you and us and how filthy we are.
I like that we're all here in this room together.
Yes, enjoying each other.
Facing it, yes.
No, he's going to defend his hostility. Yes, go ahead.
It's not a matter of being filthy. Had you done your reading, one of the healthiest people I know has the old corona.
Yeah.
Fortunately, not anywhere near us, but I mean, it's serious business out there. So you're supposed to separate as much as possible.
Yes, but you understand how you're adding to our concern.
Why is that?
Does anybody want to take this?
I can't. It wears me out.
Okay.
We're dealing with the virus. We're dealing with getting here. We're dealing with what we're doing at home. And then we come in and we deal with you and you being the way you are, which is normally paranoid and germaphobe.
But now
you're
it's
extra.
I don't know. Tom and I were in the green room earlier, and we were close to one another.
At one point, came in and sanitized.
He came in.
He sure did. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him biting his lip. That's what he does when he's nervous.
I'm biting my lip. I know. Now, are we doing the YouTube feed again today?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
yes.
so you can see I didn't bite my lip if you want to.
By the way, that's good coffee you're drinking. I had a sip.
He
did.
Now, first of all, I know you're lying.
I am lying.
This is tea.
Dang it.
I knew that.
I wiped my face all over your microphone screen.
already sprayed it.
Last night about 2
Well,
o'clock.
we've all been washing our hands like crazy, and that's why we played Fly's Eyes this morning, because Susan writes in saying while she washes her hands, she doesn't sing Happy Birthday, she sings Fly's Eyes.
Oh, that's sweet.
And by the time I get to the potato salad, it's been over 20 seconds, she
Yeah,
says.
there you go.
And that's a great scene in which the fly lands on the poop and then flies over to the potato salad.
Yes,
You see, that's kind of a nice introduction to what's happening right now in the world
Yeah.
as we socially isolate and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we're here for you. Happy to be here. We have some great news in sports.
Great news, huh? Finally.
Well, I don't know. He's the one that's hostile, not me. I have no idea what's going on here.
On the air, you seem like you're being a broadcast professional.
He does, yeah. But
Doesn't he?
so
He's doing a
something
great
happened in the
job.
hallway, I guess.
Yes.
Is what you were saying. All right.
No, I did exactly what happened.
What-
It wasn't in the hallway. It was in here where Chick quoted from a movie, and I merely pointed out that he had the wrong.
Oh. So you're upset about something else?
That's what he's mad about.
I was saying. I don't.
He quoted
I'm
the
wrong.
famous fa ra 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 scene from A Christmas Story
Right.
and said Japanese. That's a Chinese restaurant.
Oh.
I didn't even think of that. To be
That's
honest,
that's why I corrected you.
No, you didn't think of that during your...
no, I was just saying deck
tirade,
the
yeah.
halls with boughs of Hari. I didn't know what
See, what's happening is
the China virus. We all know it.
people. No, people are putting up Christmas lights right now.
Yes, I want to thank the gentleman who has the
All over the
beautiful
country.
lights.
Oh, really? All over the country?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not just him? Oh, that made me smile so much
It's a big
yesterday.
thing. It's I don't
Lights
know
for life.
I don't know
or
where it
something.
started, but yeah, it's kind of a fun.
Oh,
See, I looked at it as I'm an avid horror movie viewer, so when I saw those Christmas lights, I went, "Oh, that's a sign that he has the corona. He's warning everybody."
oh, really?
That's a good point. Like a Passover thing.
Yeah, sort of a. Yes,
No, I didn't see it. I
Take
thought
it kind of
this is a
biblical.
hot spot, so stay away.
Oh God.
No, it's a happy thing.
It's a happy thing. People have some spare time.
Yeah.
You guys know this
They're
for
at home. They go in the garage. They grab their lights.
Did you do that yesterday?
No, I didn't know it was global until this morning. I knew that the guy around the corner did it, which I
Right.
thought was super cool.
Yeah.
And then this morning I was watching ABC and they mentioned it and they showed up some lights and yeah, so that's happening.
It's not
So-
totally global. They're not putting Christmas lights up in Iran.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, Chick.
I'm sorry, Tom. Yeah, I know.
It's nationwide. I know that. Although, if any of our Canadian friends listening, one of the things about this business of the internet, et cetera, and with this YouTube feed that we're doing, we've been getting some really cool communications from all over the world.
Yes.
So if you are, in fact, watching in some unusual place and you're trapped in your house or apartment or whatever, give us a shout out. You can email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
See what you're doing and how you're doing. We're here to help. And I have given the assignment to Jessica Alsman to come up with a list of happy movies, positive movies.
Is she compiling all
Because every time I bring it up here, somebody brings up
your
you know,
Sophie's Choice?
yes, the plague.
We watched
Right.
The Great Escape last night. Boy, that's,
a
a
good one.
long movie.
That's a good
That
movie.
is long, but that's fun.
It's
That's
a good movie, but it's long.
The world's worst movie reviewer. It was very long.
It was very long.
I think that's a legitimate complaint.
very
frankly,
long.
Actually,
That's how my grandma used to review movies. How was the movie, Grandma? Oh, I didn't care for it at all. It was so cold in there. Oh, all right. Well, that's really...
I would say that would be wrong, except I know Chick has reviewed films by going, well, the popcorn sucked. And I have done the same thing. Chick and I have both, I like again, I've told this many times, I would always go to a certain theater that had the best popcorn.
Me too.
I knew the manager, so
Yeah.
I could just, he said I could just come in, I would get the popcorn, leave, and go to a different movie theater
Oh, they love when you do that.
because they
Not the
had
other movie
much better popcorn. They didn't have those giant bags hidden under the counter where the popcorn's 3 days old. They had fresh popcorn, so I can see how that would affect your review. We do have some big breaking news in sports.
We do?
I have the Christmas light story.
That's very exciting. I believe
We do?
I think we're going to have Dean break out the bass guitar and come in here
Oh,
in just a few minutes because we have a song we're going to have to sing that I didn't think we'd be singing this early in what is this, day 2 technically of the football season for the NFL? There's some official.
Yesterday was New Year's Day
Yeah, there you go. So
of the NFL.
we have a song we have to sing.
okay.
Because one of our favorite players is in the news in a big way today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a nice surprise for you.
It's not
Cool.
that big.
Now another county heard from. Tom,
Could I direct the camera over to Ace, who is not permitted to speak for the rest of the day?
Is it Tom Brady? Is that what you're talking about?
You
don't know.
Corona's not going to kill us.
Don't say
We're
it.
going to kill each other.
Beetlejuice. It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times.
Let me tell you something. We've joked about this, and I will say it again. I'm predicting 2 things: a baby boom of some sort, and
Divorces?
Yeah, let's not go the dark route. But and I'm not sure if social media is good or bad during one of these things. I guess it's a good thing.
Both. I would say
But
both.
there's so much misinformation out there, and now there are people throwing out disinformation. Be very careful, by the way, what you open up, emails, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that'll say something like subject heading, vital coronavirus information you need, and then it's someone trying to get something into
A lot
your
of
computer.
dirtbags taking advantage.
Right.
Yeah. Again, are we out of bullets? What's going on here?
There's the Christmas light story. People are saying if they put the Christmas lights up, since we can't get around to others,
It means
we
that
can
that house
drive
has
around and we can see all the Christmas lights.
Oh, I thought it meant
So
the
it-
house is half corona.
Yeah, no, it doesn't
See,
mean that.
you're not helping now.
No.
Now, some idiot is going to, what? I heard Josh on the Bob and Tom show say that means Mr. Johnson's got the infected.
It's supposed to be that we're lifting everyone's spirits, just like
Gotcha.
the guy around the corner. I'd like to thank him personally.
Yeah, that was
That makes me really happy.
He was
all
the first one
time.
that I knew that had
Yeah,
done,
me too.
and he has these great, really tall trees, and he's got
Yeah.
the lights way up there, and that's
It's
really
so
cool.
cool.
So I may have to break him out and put him on the pergola.
Really? Everything you said, everything about that sentence, it really hit the ear wrong. I hate it all. Yeah.
He was trying to be normal. It was like an alien coming down. Hi, I am fine. How are you people?
Hello, other human citizens.
Yes.
You don't have
I
a,
am putting my Christmas lights up on my pergola.
you don't have one in your backyard, just a simple wooden structure.
I don't have one.
I have a shed. I can decorate a
Put
shed.
them up on the shed.
There you go.
I've heard of a gazebo.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any outdoor Christmas lights.
What?
Yeah,
Hey, I don't either.
yeah.
It's okay.
I've got an extra case of them. I'll bring them in for you.
No, I'm
put them up
fine.
if I bring them in.
Nope, I won't.
What are you? You're not an American? What's your problem?
I don't like the Christmas lights at this time of year.
Yeah.
You understand that we're going through one of the most difficult periods in the history of the world, and perhaps if people say, "Hey, some Christmas lights would bring cheer and joy," your neighbors could look through the woods at your little shack, where you keep the little mini tractor,
shack. That was
and you said you have a shack in the back.
He said a
shed,
shed.
yeah.
A shed.
A shed is not a shack.
It's more of a
There.
walk-in freezer.
How's that outhouse doing?
This can't continue.
The history of the world,
Who's
chick.
enjoying this? I know entertainment is in short supply, but no one can be enjoying this.
Coming up on today's show, we'll be hearing from Bert Kreischer. Here's a picture of Bert, a man who should always wear a shirt.
He's not in a
Without one.
special. I checked it out last night.
Okay, well, we'll find out what's going on with Bert Kreischer coming up later today.
And apparently, earth-shattering NFL news that Ace and I don't know anything about.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, yeah, shh. You've already
it's not that big
you've
a
already
deal.
used all of your airtime today.
So we don't get a joke today? Oh,
I'm going to hold you to that.
I've got some good news.
Please.
How about this?
More about your pergola?
No, a pergola is just a wooden structure that a
Yes,
plant
I
grows
know.
up on. It's gorgeous. It's a simple
Yes,
structure.
I
You could
know.
build it with your little tools in your shed, Josh.
Little tools in my
In your little toy life that
little
you sort of
shed,
kind of, you know,
Go
in
get
your
your
little-
shine box.
You know the
when you-
shed that these days you go into with a book by yourself.
you are not.
Damn the lack of heat. I'm going to read if it's the last thing I do. If that dog
and
comes
you
in here,
wonder why people don't talk to you.
I'm finishing the Stephen King novel.
if this dog comes in here, I'm shooting it. By the way, dogs fully unaware of what's happening in the world.
Yeah, blissfully
Just
unaware.
so you know.
By the way, we're going to come back and we're going to restart the show.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, do you have the restart music? Okay, good. I want to remind you, our friends at Napa have something going on. If you're a AAA member, which I have been
Yes.
since I was 16, as has Christy.
Oh, absolutely.
AAA members, this is kind of an interesting, this is almost like a story problem. AAA members at Napa get a 20% discount. Now, you can always call AAA if you're stranded in your car or your truck, but if you'd use your membership prior to that to get the discount on the parts that you need so that your truck or car doesn't stop, see what I'm saying here?
Oh, yeah.
This announcement is eating itself. The point is, AAA, It's always great. You don't want to be changing a tire out there yourself. It's too dangerous. But you can go to Napa and get the stuff you need so that your car won't be stalled in the first place. I'd recommend, by the way, stop by Napa. They've got some great deals on wiper blades, this being the season of recovering from winter. Quality parts, helpful people, those are our friends at Napa. They've got Napa know-how. You'll find this at participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Some exclusions may apply, may not be combined with other offers. The offer ends March 31st, 2020. AAA members, check it out at Napa. When we come back, some music featuring Dean on the bass.
I think I figured out what you're talking about.
It's huge, isn't it?
Nope. And if it's what I think it is, I'm going to punch you in the mouth when we come back.
Look, hit me with
No, I'm sorry. I
hit
won't
me with
touch
a bat. I don't want you to touch me.
I'll breathe on you when we come back. I will breathe on you.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, it's Mark Allison with you on a Thursday morning. Bob and Tom, it's March 19th. Our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson joining us later this morning when Al's not calling in with our weekly quiz. He's co-hosting his nationally syndicated talk show, Daily Blast Live. We'll catch up with Al and find out what's happening with him in Denver and how they're handling the coronavirus outbreak. Also, comedian Bert Kreischer is going to be checking in with us this morning as well. We love Bert Kreischer, the machine, coming up this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Thursday. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment update. Willie Nelson's Luck Reunion Festival had to be called off because of the new coronavirus, but now performers are going to be playing for tips online tonight. It was supposed to be today in Nelson's backyard in Luck, Texas, featuring Nelson, Jewel, Lucinda Williams, Paul Simon, Edie Brickell, Margot Price, Randy Houser, and others. The musicians now are going to live stream their performances for free, and you can opt to contribute to a digital tip jar. Blake Shelton doing his part to fight the new coronavirus. He's growing his mullet back. Shelton swears on Twitter it's for real, and he's doing it as a symbol of hope or something like that. He says he and Gwen Stefani made the decision together. And Bonnaroo's Place, as one of the first festivals of the summer, has now been turned into one of the first festivals of the fall. Bonnaroo has been rescheduled for September 24th through the 27th in Manchester, Tennessee, in response to the new coronavirus outbreak. It was set to go June 11th through the 14th. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The first bank that treats you like you have coronavirus. Our low interest rates are nothing to sneeze at. The first bank that treats you like you have coronavirus. Where our motto is, don't touch our pens. Remember, FDIC, CDC, COVID-19.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or business person who appreciates all the perks that come with success? Lavish homes, flashy cars, generous expense accounts? Well, isn't it time you attained the ultimate status symbol? Your very own personal announcer. Your friends and colleagues will be impressed when they meet this dapper gentleman with the commanding voice. He's the announcer guy.
Hi, Phil. Thanks for coming to my party. Who's this?
Hey, Cindy. Check this out. This is my very own announcer guy. Hey, announcer guy, say something.
Hello, Cindy. It's time to meet your very special party guest. Say hello to Phil Mundor. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Well, thank you. Of course, I know Phil, and nice to meet you, Mr. Announcer Guy. By the way, Phil, you look great.
Oh, thanks. I got this new suit.
Tonight, Phil is dressed for success in a fashionable hand-tailored Armani suit. With softly constructed shoulders and a slimming silhouette, Phil is comfortably attired for whatever environment he should find himself in. Retail value, $2,500. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Ooh, I wish I hadn't given the price on this.
Wow. That's great. Phil, let me get you a drink. What are you having?
You know, I think I'll have a beer.
This evening, Phil will be enjoying Dewar's on the Rocks.
What?
Dewar's, the finest blended Scotch whiskey money can buy. And as always, we remind you to please drink responsibly. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
I guess a Scotch would be okay. Thanks, announcer guy.
He's your own personal announcer, and he's only available from Bob and Tom Enterprises, a division of Frigamall Industries.
You get more respect from the company you keep when you're introduced by a guy whose voice is really deep. Announcer guy, he makes announcements just for you.
He's the announcer guy, and like it or not, he'll follow you anywhere.
All right, my son, let's hear your confession.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been
3 months since his last confession. Good morning, Father O'Malley. Say hello to Phil Mondor. Recently, Phil has embezzled from the office football pool, run over the neighbor's cat, and has had some extraordinarily erotic dreams starring his 18-year-old neighbor, Caitlin Kravitz. Caitlin's appearance is brought to you by Nikon. Nikon, maker of the world's finest binoculars. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Jesus H. Christ, Phil Mondor. That's one hell of a confession, or my name's not Father Mark O'Malley. Now, here to present your penance is my announcer guy.
Thanks, Mark. For Phil's penance, Father O'Malley orders 10.
All right. Okay. 622 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show, March 19th, 2020. Howdy do.
Let's make it clear. Omnisource does not turn your metal into quarters.
No. And I'm not going to yell at you. Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by CarX. Showers and thunderstorms today. Look for a high of 67, mainly cloudy overnight, low 60. Showers early, temperatures falling Friday, down to 45 by tomorrow afternoon. Right now, 48.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are here. It is the 19th of March. We are marching together, albeit 10 feet apart. Happy to be here. We are also, as my understanding, once again, is a special courtesy to the world, streaming this show worldwide.
Yes!
On YouTube, right?
Yes. Maybe we can get some plastic partitions that we just put up around you. Like the drum kit guys
I'm telling
do.
you, this is going to happen. We're all going to be at home. He's going to make us all stay home, healthy. He's going to be here, and he's going to be sick. That's what's going to happen.
Well, Ace would have to be here, too.
Okay, you guys will be at home. I'll be.
Because Ace has to run the controls. I don't know how to do that.
Wait a minute. Hold it. No, don't let that happen. No.
If we do this from home and you think I'm paying attention to any of you, you're
See,
wrong.
that's the thing. That's
That
the
is
thing.
the
People
thing.
keep saying,
My
we
dog
can be
will be
remote.
there and-
There's something to be said for eye contact. Okay?
Yeah. No, I understand.
All right?
I just think, and there are a lot of people who are working at home that are realizing the importance of having a place to go.
Yeah.
Because they're losing their mind.
Yeah.
A friend of mine does all of her stuff online, and
Cam girl, yeah.
Apparently, yes, a cam girl, yeah, cam soda, and apparently one of her coworkers has decided to wear a different wig for each video conference call.
I love that.
And my friend though has said, "My camera's broken. I can't do that." So.
Oh, that's great, though. I do like
It's
that
like a
very
green sparkly wig, or it's
We're
real,
not going to be
real
doing that,
stupid.
are we?
No.
No.
Wigs are covered in it.
We're just.
I am going to dress up tomorrow, though. I've decided.
Oh, good.
Like
I don't
dress
know what
up-
I'm going to wear, but I'm going to dress up.
A costume or like just dress up
No, just
kind of
dress
nice?
up nice, like nicely. I have a tuxedo. I could wear that, but that's not.
What
for
are you,
a
Diane
woman.
Keaton? Why would you do that?
A tuxedo?
Is there a
ladies'
porno film
tuxedo.
called Annie Ball, by the way?
Did you say Annie Ball instead of Annie Hall?
It's Fanny Ball.
Fanny Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, there is? Is there Fanny Hall?
No, I don't. I
It's
have no
Fanny
idea.
Hill, of course.
Fanny never
Of
really,
course.
Fanny did not catch on here like it did in England, did it?
It's got a different meaning, and here it means back.
Right.
In England, it means front.
Wasn't there a female group, Fanny, right? It was like the Runaways or something, but there was
Yeah,
some
I don't
bad
think they got
song
any
they had
traction.
Hmm.
I think it was just a Well, we have to mention chicks. Okay. This is boy radio. Let's see, where were we? Oh, I know. Welcome to the Bob and Tom program. Our engineer is the legend himself, Ace Cosby, the proprietor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day, and apparently occasional interrupter.
Yeah, he's run out of words. Yeah, he knows.
Broadcast interruptus earlier today in the show, weighing in when really not asked to. Chick McGee is the man with the attitude at the orangeinsoles.com.
Good morning, my
sports
friends,
desk.
and hello, Tom. How are you feeling?
There you go. See, he's adjusted.
He's got a new attitude.
You okay, Tom? You
good.
Everything all right?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm looking handsome today. Thank you kindly.
You are. You
Thanks
always
very
look
much.
handsome.
Yeah, thank you.
Are those clean clothes?
I noticed.
Oh, very clean clothes. Yeah.
Okay.
Did a lot of laundry yesterday. Thanks, Mr. Paranoia.
Not a matter of being paranoid. You got to wash your clothes every day. You don't want to have those germs lying around.
Every day.
What's
So I can't have them lying around in my laundry basket?
What setting do you use when you wash laundry?
My laundry machine has a
Laundry machine.
setting called Sanitize.
It's laundry machine.
Sanitize, it's called.
So does mine.
It's like a 3-hour cycle, but I think it boils the clothes, which is what I like.
So what? You get what? 5, 6 wears out of a shirt? Is that-
Is that why all the colors are the same every day with you?
This baby's already got a hole in it. Been washed like
That shirt used to be black, Chick.
Yeah.
kind of a blue
I
shirt.
don't. Are you wearing the Canadian tuxedo? Is that what you got on? The jeans?
Kind of, yeah.
You need the jean jacket, I think, to have a full
That's the
Canadian
Jay Leno.
tuxedo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
He is.
Yeah, but these jeans are fresh out of the dryer.
And those are the ugliest shoes in the history of the world.
I've already Lysoled them.
Huh. That's what a
Hang on a second.
weird
Hang
train
on.
of thought that was.
Josh, Christy, Pat,
Yes.
Ace. He Lysoled the shoes.
Yeah.
Like he works at a bowling alley.
It's like when they try to play poker at Oscar's house and Felix washes the cards. He washed the cards.
Well,
What's that smell? He washed the cards.
You should take out your wallet and clean all your credit cards. Wipe your wallet down.
I did that this morning.
There you go. Very
Why
good.
don't you take out your wallet and let me clean your credit?
I'll
bring 'em all.
I have enough people doing this.
Let's clean out those credit cards.
Yeah, you want
Ladies and gentlemen.
and 3 times a day they say clean your phone.
Okay.
And there's actually instructions now on the internet how to clean an Apple iPhone.
Gotcha.
Because Apple for years said, hey, you don't clean this thing. And I'm sure someone at Apple was trying to develop the $100 Apple phone wipe.
Yes.
So we can figure out a way to. But yeah, no,
I
see,
already
chicks
did
just
mine.
grab some Clorox and Clorox wipes.
Just use one, Chick. Just one wipe.
Have you douched your headphones?
Did mine.
My headphones are being douched daily, is what I'm told. So I don't know.
By who? Typhoid Mary?
Josh's exchange student.
Oh, that's yeah.
What's your exchange student's name? She's from China, right?
Yeah, me sick now. Yeah,
Okay,
she's,
okay, good. She's
She
cleaning
does
the
a
place.
hell of a job.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
very good, very good. Now, coming up, we'll be talking with comedian Al Jackson and comedian Bert Kreischer. Al, I'm sure, is in his home in Denver, Colorado.
Are they still doing the show daily from the studio?
The daily
This morning was repeat.
It was.
Well, if you call that a show. Hey, everybody!
Oh.
He's not even here to defend it.
Of course not. We're busting balls.
Of course.
Okay. I have a question. If you did you
Hey,
guys
Tom has a question.
did you guys was the accident still there when you came in? Did you come in that way? Or
No.
No.
It was when I came in. Yeah.
Was it?
I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. There were how
Mike
many
Mark
cops there?
saw it.
When you came by, how many cops were there?
Maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think a guy must have come around the corner. I think it must have been a police chase.
Yeah.
Because it was a single car and cops everywhere.
Oh, wow.
So, but I'm wondering,
It was a single car, but he was dating.
if you get pulled over by the police, say for speeding, and the police officer walks up and you start violently coughing, do you think the cop's gonna back off and go? Just a warning, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just keep on going.
Go on.
Yeah.
Careful.
That's a good point. So, yes, Ace has his hand up. What is it?
There was a woman who was arrested in, I think, California for threatening the Coffin's officer.
Take her right to the firing squad, please.
not against the law, is
thin
it?
the herd.
Is it against the law to go, I'm going to cough on you?
Yeah.
It is?
It is, absolutely.
I don't think it is.
Yes,
can't be.
there were cases in which people deliberately were spitting on people.
Oh, no.
Attack with deadly weapon or something?
Yeah, if you have, that could be an interesting case.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'd be some scumbag.
I mean, you
who
shouldn't
would
do
defend
it.
her.
This woman's a dirtbag, but
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Now, we have a song to get to. Is Dina, you ready to come in on base? Because
Oh, yeah.
the
I think
lead,
he got tired of waiting.
the
on
lead story in sports
Get
is
one
so
more person
exciting.
here.
The lead story. Well, he's
The
not,
lead story in sports is so exciting.
Okay.
We have a musical accompaniment to this story. I think you're all going to be very thrilled.
Good.
Go ahead, Chick. This is day 2 of the NFL season. Is that correct?
Okay, Tom, here I go. The new NFL year has started. Free agent contracts, trades agreed upon in recent days or weeks are becoming official. Information on dozens of contracts and agreements, including the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a guy by the name of Tom Brady, evidently is going to be a Buccaneer at the earliest possible opportunity. Contract talks.
What do you think about that?
It's fine. Fine, whatever. I think they think he's going to bring him a Super Bowl, and he might.
Really?
But I don't think it'll happen, but that's me.
Okay.
He's being talked about his powers declining for the past 3 or 4 seasons, but they're excited, so congratulations.
Okay. Well, at least he's in Florida, so you might run into Robert Kraft at one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll see plenty of them.
Oh, I see. You didn't want to talk to me about it.
No, he didn't.
No, he just wanted to get
You might see Mr. Kraft at one of those mini mall strip.
Childish handy joke is what you wanted.
I'm not sure it was a child giving him the handy, although in the world of...
Childish. Childlike.
Okay, in the world of human trafficking, it'd be very common.
Meanwhile...
Boy.
Oh,
Meanwhile...
sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Back at the ranch.
I'm sorry. Robert Kraft gets by with a pass. Okay, sure.
A person familiar with the situation says the Jacksonville Jaguars have agreed to send their quarterback, Nick Foles, to the Bears for a compensatory 4th-round draft pick.
Okay.
The Jags are dumping Foles a little more than just a year after giving the former Super Bowl MVP the Philly Special a 4-year, $88 million contract that included $50 million guaranteed. Foles, of course, goes whistling happily into the night.
You think so?
And due to make $15 million in 2020 and would have counted almost $22 million against Jacksonville's salary cap. And what's not mentioned in this story from the Associated Press
hacks
is that Mitchell Trubisky, the Bears' current quarterback, loses a little bit because of this situation. They're bringing in a quarterback. You understand how that would work.
Sure, yeah.
However, with Jacksonville losing Nick Foles...
Oh, that's what this has all been about.
You didn't see this coming?
I told you.
Yes, who steps in?
Gardner Minshew!
Gardner Minshew?
Don't say it again. It's like Beetlejuice.
What?
Don't say what? Gardner
That's
Minshew?
a long way to go.
Here we go.
And here we are.
Ah, yeah. Look who's here. Oh, is that Mick?
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Is that Mick Jagger, Jacksonville Jaguar sports fan?
Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew has a job all to himself now. Let's sing. Let's rejoice.
Well, that was Godwin's fault.
Could you drop it a step? I can't get up there.
Now he's the starting quarterback, leading the attack. Gardner Minshew. Naked in the locker room, a mustache is like a broom. Girls wanna kiss you. Let me hear you sing. Gardner Minshew.
What's the matter with you?
Nick Foles left to be a bear. Gardner even paid his airfare. Mr. Minshew.
Bye.
Brady's in Tampa, FLA, but right up the way, Gardner Minshew. Ooh, Jaguars, why'd you wait so long? Ooh, Jaguars, why'd you wait so long to make Gardner feel like he belongs? All right, bring it down, Dane. I mean, Bill.
It's Bill Wyman on the bass.
Sure.
Dyed his hair blonde.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Let me speak to the crowd. Hey, what's the matter, man? You got the backing of the fans? There's some Jaguar cheerleaders that's dying to meet you. We're gonna bring a case of White Claw. Play Madden football like we used to. One more time and we're out. Gardner Minshew. All right, good night.
All right. How about that?
Our tribute to Gardner Minshew, my favorite player in the NFL.
I like the new lyric. It was very nice.
With the bushy broom mustache.
Yeah, we got
the
the
lead
bridge.
story in sport. That'll be leading sports all
yes.
Probably Gardner Minshew is probably holed up somewhere.
The third website I looked at finally did mention this might benefit Gardner Minshew.
He was one of the best stories of the season last year. He's a funny guy. He's cool. He's kind of goofy. Reminded me of the old days of, I don't know, Mark Fidrich, the bird. Remember way back?
He was a Tigers pitcher. He
would talk
Was he
big
real
ball.
tall?
paid a lot of
Kinda
attention to
goofy.
the mound. They called him Big Bird. Yeah.
Just one of those things where a sports figure comes
It's not
through.
really sports at all. It's
fun.
Just,
I wonder how far Gardner got. Remember, on the offseason, he was planning on seeing the country.
That's
He was
right, in his
planning on
RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how far he got.
Oh, he was attacked by a bear yesterday.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
That's
Yosemite, yeah.
I'm not supposed to say that. Grizzly?
Oh, it was nasty, yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm trying.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Some of these pitches are awfully slow. That was a real lob, if not a T-ball. That was kind of a fun sports story, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to hear the song.
Love that song.
Version 23.
Hey.
Yeah, you know what? But you have a new.
Yeah, you keep it updated? Come on.
Yeah, it was nice.
We've done at least, 12 versions of that?
23 to be exact.
Oh, 23? Okay, it just seems like
Well, it seemed like a lot more. No, it seemed like 48.
And you can hear it on Pat's new album titled Ad Nauseum.
Could we get a copy of that to Gardner? Do we know anybody that
We've
knows
already
him?
done that, I think.
Somebody we know must know him.
Sure. Oh, of course.
Get him a copy of that.
6 degrees. Kevin Bacon's online
Yeah, he is.
explaining the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon game. That's pretty fun because we're 6 degrees from Gardner. Never mind. Sorry.
Are you playing
I was
board
trying to
games at
converse.
home yet?
Yeah, we've been playing a bunch of different games.
Yeah.
And we have the, at my house at present, there's my 4-year-old daughter, Hart, and my 7-year-old daughter, Finn, and we are...
Let me introduce you to the cast.
Real quick, let me see if I can find this. We heard about this thing online. If you've got little kids that like to draw, we found this thing. It's a website called Lunch Doodles with Mo Willems. One of my daughters spent 3 hours after we finished school doing this.
Oh,
It's
cool.
this guy teaching you how to draw. It's the best. I'll put a link up to this.
Cool.
Lunch Doodles with Mo Willems. I highly recommend
Teenagers
it.
would do that.
Oh, it's just there's so much great stuff out there now.
We bought a pop culture puzzle, so we're doing that 1,000-piecer.
I've been playing games that you play when you have a 3-year-old in your house.
Like what?
Peel the stickers off the wall.
That's a good one.
Identify the Lego you stepped on at 2 a.m.
Have you played collect all of the gloves and hats that have been scattered about the house? That
Yes,
game?
yeah, I played that. I play that daily.
And then
Yeah.
which one did the dog swallow? That one.
Who used the red Sharpie on the table?
These are all classic games. So I'm sorry. What's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? He's actually explaining it? Because
a chick you're the one that said you saw it.
Anyone pretty much alive can connect themselves to Kevin Bacon with 6 steps. Yeah,
that's a cool thing.
Not only the entertainment world.
Right now you want to stay 6 steps away from Kevin Bacon and everyone else.
Yeah.
You know, playing the game doesn't mean you're going to get any sort of germ from any of the people you mentioned.
All right. One of the things you don't want to do right now is go to the post office, right?
That's exactly right.
Too many
Who would want to
people,
wait in line?
too
No.
close.
Yeah, because there's
That's
not a
where-
lot of room there.
A great thing called Stamps.com comes in. Christy's a big fan.
I love it. They bring all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer, and that's probably at home, right? Whether you're a small office sending invoices, an online seller, you're shipping out your products, or even a warehouse that sends thousands of packages a day, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease.
Just grab that computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. Once your mail's ready, just hand it to your mail carrier, drop it in the mailbox with Stamps.com, and we have a special offer for you.
Yeah, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off shipping rates. Right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. All you have to do is go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Bob and Tom.
That's Stamps.com. Enter Bob and Tom for this very special deal. And especially now.
Yes.
You really want to stay home to do all this stuff.
Yeah,
Stamps.com. The code's Bob and Tom. Thank you very much.
You're a small business. You want to save some money.
Coming up, do we have a teaser?
Nope.
Okay.
More Gardner Minshew. We'll see where Gardner is right now.
Don't say it a third
Put a
time.
tracker on him.
And coming up, Wonder Chicken. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, now available, the You Guys Rock sweatshirt. The sweatshirt seen worn recently by a Japanese pop singer is still in our store. You can check it out and get one today. Just go to bobandtomstore.com. Click on hoodies and tees. You can order that sweatshirt, have it delivered. Sit back and snuggle in the warmth of a Bob and Tom You Guys Rock sweatshirt. Don't forget the hats and the shirts at the store as well. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the OriginsHoles.com Sports Desk with the Bob and Tom Sports Update. The new NFL year has started. Free agent contracts and trades have begun. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers enter free agency with expectations of signing six-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Tom Brady. That deal could be announced today. A person familiar with the trade says the Jaguars have agreed to send quarterback Nick Foles to the Bears for a compensatory fourth-round draft pick. They're dumping Foles just over a year after giving the former Super Bowl MVP a 4-year, $88 million contract. And the Denver Broncos have acquired five-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman Jarrell Casey from the Tennessee Titans. And people familiar with the situation say that Major League Baseball is considering skipping their amateur draft this year, putting off the next international signing period as a way to preserve cash while games are affected by the new coronavirus. Major League Baseball proposed crediting full Major League service for 130 games or more and proportional service for a shorter season. The union wants a full season of service, even if no games are played. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
As I was sitting on my cot in the Limerick prison, I was about to make some moonshine in the toilet that we pissin'. The hand sanitizer that we used to make our whiskey was alcohol-free. Did you think you'd slip it past me, Warden? How dumb-a-doo do you think that we are? Shank for our jailer, oh, shank for our jailer. There's no hooch in our Pirello. It's a little wordy, Tom, but I'm going to work on it.
And Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Biker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Henry, you have brought along your friend Mike McRae,
Yeah.
comedian from Texas.
Yeah, that's right.
And
it's cool having him around. I'll explain. There's I don't know if you guys are like me, where you get those kind of voices in your head, kind of thing.
Jake does.
You know, but there's like, for me, it's always like there's this real high-pitched voice that's like, help me or whatever, and then there's like this low, rumbling voice that's like, come with me to hell or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to think there was something wrong with me.
All right.
But then I had a long talk with Mike, and he said he always had the same thing, so...
Oh, sure.
But anyway, I a lot of times will hear voices... well, I have this sort of tendency to sort of let my mind wander while I'm playing a song, and so this is just sort of a This is sort of a little interpretive experimental piece here that Mike and I have been working on. Where
Now, is Mike going to weigh in as one of
I
your
will be
voices?
playing the voice in Henry's head.
yeah, that's why I was hoping if we had reverb or something for Mike's voice, that would be kind of interesting.
Well, his voice is distinctly lower than yours.
Yeah, well,
I try to make it sound like Henry's as best I can.
That sounds just like Henry now.
See? That's the problem.
That's scary.
Anyway.
This
is just
radio. They don't even know who's talking.
That was Mike.
Anyway, this is just
That's Henry.
This is
Here we go. I'm about to start playing a song.
this is a brand new song, by the way.
Yeah, if by brand new you wrote it like 3 years ago.
Ooh, baby, baby, don't you see it coming?
And I hope they don't realize it's the exact same chord progression as every other song I play.
It's coming down the tracks.
All right, I was supposed to get a laugh on that one.
Ooh, baby, baby, no, I'm not joking.
Wonder if there'll be any chicks at that Bob and Tom thing up there in Austin.
It's coming really fast.
Probably not.
Big train coming and I'm down on my luck.
God, I really want a cigarette right now.
And now it's too late. And then this is kind of the guitar solo part, which I worked out.
Yeah, I love the solos, man. I can sort of let my mind wander and just think about stuff. One homosexual experience doesn't make you gay, does it? I really like cheese, man. Germans are kind of scary if you think about it. Oh man, I really want a cigarette right now. Totally. I guess that's the end of the
E6 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Quick update in the weather, please, Christy.
Oh, we're going to see showers and thunderstorms today. It's going to be a rainy one, high 67. Right now we have 48 degrees.
Well, if only it was snowing, then we could have.
Stop! It's going to be cold this weekend.
We could have a snow day. Well, kids, you don't have to go to school. Wait a minute, you're not going to. We got some Guns N' Roses tickets coming up. That'll be fun. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Chick McGee across the way.
Howdy!
He's at the Howdy Doody OrangeInSouls.com sports desk. This is Howdy Doody.
Are you making us eggs this morning, Josh?
I think there's only one left.
Oh, I should have brought some eggs.
I'll make it for you.
No, that's right.
Okay, well, that's Josh in the sidekick chair. Apparently the chef chair today. Christy Lee is, of course, at her base, the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. We're happy to be here March 19th, 2020.
Josh makes hard-boiled eggs now. It's awesome while we're on the air.
That's right.
I saw that little, it looks like a spaceship. That little thing
It's
you
so
make
cool.
With.
Smells like a methane explosion.
Okay. I also agree. Ace Cosby remains our engineer, although there were some unasked for remarks earlier today.
Oh, boy.
Pat Godwin is over there.
Healthy.
Not quite far enough away from me, but could you maybe slide to the... Okay, there we go. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back. We are once again, as a public service, putting the show on YouTube today, so it's feeding out there right now. So for your dining and dancing pleasure, if you're watching in some really exotic place, trapped in your apartment or hotel room, by all means, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. We heard from people from all over the world yesterday. It's kind of fun. So let us know where you are. Just email bobandtom at bobandtom.com. Have a letter here from West Virginia.
Hi, West Virginia.
It's almost heaven, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Blue Ridge Mountains.
And enjoying watching the show.
What are you, John Denver?
By the way, this letter from Christopher ends with the phrase, thank you from West Virginia, the COVID-19 champions.
Yeah, they were the last
to report.
They won the bracket.
Man, that's funny.
Funny in sort of a horrifying way.
Gallows humor.
Yes,
yeah,
there you go. Sorry. Well, thanks, Chris. Known as the Wampus Cat, apparently. Is his nickname. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, that's what this.
We used to have a computer game called Hunt the Wampus. And you would walk around and you'd have to shoot arrows blindly. And sometimes you would hit the wampus. Sometimes you would walk into the wampus.
Really?
Was that a good story?
Explanation of a weird name.
No, but I defend your right to tell it.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's another one. This comes to us from Mr. We'll just call him David. Moved to Germany 2 weeks ago. Now I'm stuck working from my apartment. So he's enjoying watching a little of the USA on YouTube. Hey, David. Sorry about that. You'll be out there soon, enjoying the fine quality beers, et cetera, in Germany. Sometime, we hope, in 2020. Okay, back to the sports page.
Hey, tomorrow night, real quick, my buddy Bob Schneider at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central is doing a live stream concert.
Oh, how nice.
Great. And you go to bobschneider.com and you get all set up for tickets.
He is great. Can you do me a favor? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Can you spell the way Bob spells Schneider? Because there's lots of different options on there.
SCHNEIDER.
Okay. Bob is terrific.
A
Yeah,
lot of people doing those concerts. That's such a great thing.
Yeah, and we'll put a link up to that one.
Oh, and Blake
And
Shelton
send it
is
out.
growing his mullet back. Did you see that?
Oh, really?
Until this is over.
What?
He's growing his mullet back. Blake Shelton.
Yeah, well.
That's his way of making levity, I guess, of the situation.
Okay, all right.
I didn't know he had a mullet to start with. But
Years ago, he
all
did.
right.
Many years.
Missouri Compromise.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Business in the front?
Party in the
Oh,
back.
you're going to do the ponytail for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I discussed that with
Franklin.
Kelly.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, I don't have a tent, so I guess I'll have to be sleeping under a bridge. No, she's going to probably have to cut it.
Oh.
Well, it can't be that difficult. I bet I could cut it.
I could cut it from here.
Just because it's short doesn't mean there's not a little art involved, a little bit of skill.
No, you just run the trimmers over it and you're done.
Well, Ace, aren't you going to get a Flowbee?
Yeah, you said you're going to buy one.
Oh, God.
Buy me a Flowbee, Tom.
This is no joke. And then who's the one that pointed out that
I did about the hair color.
Yeah, say that
We're
again.
3 weeks away from finding out everyone's true hair color.
3 weeks away from finding out everybody's true hair color? God, that's funny.
Pat.
No, Pat, you of course buy the hair dye you use by the case. So
No, I buy it this.
Wait a minute, Chris.
Single portions.
Are
every
you
3
that
weeks.
blonde?
Yeah, I only do mine twice a year. I just get it right up here to color the gray.
The only way I know how to prove it.
Really, you're going down that road?
That's right. I want to see your mom.
Well, it wouldn't prove it.
Is that
That's a great song.
Oh, Christy.
That was wasn't that Kiss's biggest hit? I want to see your muff.
No, lick it up. Lick it up.
cut.
Yeah. Hey, here's a sports story, and you can draw your own conclusions. We're not talking about it. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you understand what I've said?
If I have a question-
I'm not taking questions. You got a question, you ask Ace.
Do you hear? Can we play that after this?
What?
Do not come in here. Do you
No matter
hear
what
I love
you
that.
hear.
Oh, sure.
What I say.
People familiar with the discussion say that Major League Baseball is considering skipping its amateur draft this year and putting off the next international signing period as a way to preserve cash while games are affected by the virus. Major League Baseball also proposed crediting full Major League service for 130 games or more and proportional service for a shorter season. The union wants a full season of service even if no games are played.
Okay.
Did everyone hear me?
Yeah, I got you. So in other words,
Yeah.
if they end up playing
I'm not. That
a
sounds like a
40-game
question.
season,
Right.
they expect to be paid.
Or if they
millions
wind
of
up
dollars.
not playing a season at all,
Yeah.
they get a full season service.
Gotcha.
Whoa.
It'll be bankrupt a team or two, probably.
Yeah, boy.
Got to write those
Remember during the
contracts
strike,
carefully.
we didn't have a World Series, right? Or the second half of the season. Remember that? When was that? 90-something?
Now,
Yeah.
Wow. Now, I think I found what the request here.
Oh.
This is a great comedian and actor by the name of Carlos Alazraqui. You may know Carlos from Reno 911.
Yeah.
Was the
among other
Taco
things.
Bell dog?
He was the Taco Bell
A
dog.
lot of voices he's
Actually, he does the voice of the general. Did you
He
know
does?
that?
Oh,
I
I
didn't know
did
that.
not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But terrific.
right on time.
He has one of my very favorite stand-up comedy pieces of all time. I'm not kidding. It's very visual. If you ever see him, I hope he does it. All I'll say is it involves football. But this is, we were talking about the movie Young Frankenstein. And have you ever seen Young Frankenstein, Christy?
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite movies.
There's a great scene where
In fact,
Dr.
I'm going to watch that today.
That's a great movie to watch. It's very uplifting. There's a scene in which Dr. Frankenstein decides that the monster is okay. And he decides he's going to go into the jail cell where he is and calm him down.
Yeah.
And this is Carlos recreating that scene. Carlos as Gene Wilder.
My favorite Gene Wilder movie is Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I can do anything you want from that movie.
I think the funniest scene in the history of movies is when he says, whatever I do, if I go in there.
Whatever I do, no matter what you hear, no matter what I say, and I want you to listen to me, no matter how bad it gets, do not open this door. Do you hear me? Do not open this door. Hey there, handsome. Oh, my God. Let me out. Open the door. It was a joke.
You stupid son of a bitch! Open this door!
My favorite speech from the movie is, first of all, my favorite one-word impression is, said a give?
Yes.
Said a dirty word. My favorite speech, because I've used this, I've lost some jobs in Hollywood. I was let go off Reno 911, and people's like, "How did you react?" I said, "I was brave at first. I was like Gene Wilder, like, no, be a good cheer. If Hollywood teaches us anything, it teaches us that we must accept our successes as well as our failures with quiet dignity and grace." You son of a bitch bastard! What did you do to me? What did you do to me? I don't want to live. I do not want to live. Mama!
Very good. Thank you very much. Carlos Salas Rocky from the Bob and Tom
More
Vaults.
sports coming up. Clue, we got a virus positive in Major League Baseball and a world record update.
Okay. Oh, how exciting.
Yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you're having a great Thursday. I'm Mark Allison. It is March 19th. We are looking forward to speaking with West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson and comedian Bert Kreischer. All on the way right here on a Thursday on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with another update. The Senate has approved and President Donald Trump has signed a $100 billion plus bill to boost testing for the coronavirus and guarantee paid sick leave for millions of workers hit by it. Lawmakers in the White House have already turned their focus to the administration's far bigger $1 trillion plan to stabilize the economy as the pandemic threatens financial ruin for individuals and businesses. The centerpiece of Trump's economic rescue plan is to dedicate $500 billion to start issuing direct payments to Americans by early next month. The Trump administration also announced most individuals and businesses will be allowed to delay paying their federal tax bills for 90 days as part of an emergency relief plan. But you got to take note, you still have to file on time. Only the payment has delayed. Once again, delayed payments are now due July 15th. You must file by April 15th. Last month, Wuhan was overwhelmed with thousands of new cases of coronavirus each day. But in a dramatic development, Chinese authorities say Wuhan and its surrounding province have no new cases to report. This news offered as a rare glimmer of hope as we battle the virus and perhaps a lesson in the strict measures needed to halt its spread. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
In a faraway land near St. John's lies the rugged seaport of Dildo, Newfoundland. Dildo, deeply penetrating the eastern coast of Canada, is known far and wide as the birthplace of legendary seaman Captain Dildo.
Captain Dildo is his name, the sailor we've all heard about in some exotic port. He's always pulling in and out. He's laid down a code to which he subscribes, spreading peace and love and giving us good vibes. Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, yo-ho!
Look, there's Captain Dildo heading out to sea.
Gosh, I wish I was going with him.
You will someday. And remember what they say. You can take a woman out of dildo, but you can't take the dildo out of a woman.
He sails the seven seas, a purple helmet on his head. He's legendary for the many tales that he has spread. Who needs a mortal man? Why become annoyed? Call on Captain Dildo, he will fill the void. Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, Captain Dildo, yo-ho!
And as long as Captain Dildo's around, there will always be a little dildo in all of us.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now, is there anybody new in the Mad TV repertoire? They asked you to come up with somebody?
You know, I don't think there's, mostly it's funny because President Bush and John, it used to be John Mad would be like 50, 60% of my act. And now the Bush stuff is just these little observations that I've made on him. Like he gets to the end of the sentence and he can't quite think of that last word. And we've all done that, but for him it happens the most inopportune times with the easiest of words. He'll be talking about the terrorists and be like, these terrorists, these guys are they're bad. It took you 4 seconds. You had two choices, bad and not good.
We have comedian Eric Hunter here with us.
Actually, I met a guy. You ever meet like a sweet old man and you kind of get to know him and talk to him and befriend him and then he suddenly passes away? It's just very sad, and that actually happened to me last month, and it was right? It was hard to take. He passed away right before he was supposed to do my taxes. I couldn't believe it.
That bastard!
I know. His son calls me up April 13th and tells me I should probably come pick up all of my receipts, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, did he at least start? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry about your dad and everything, but this really puts me in a bind.
I mean, can you think about 7:03 at Q95? It's the Bob and Tom Show.
How about a quick forecast, Christy Lee?
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers and thunderstorms. Some of those storms could be heavy today. Look for a high of 67. Mainly cloudy overnight, low 60, currently 48.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, Guns N' Roses tickets. We'll be giving them away right here on this show. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Let's see now. Today officially is the 19th of March. Of 2020.
Yeah.
We are here. This is actually happening. We are also broadcasting the show as a special treat on the YouTube, as they say. Is today the first day of spring?
20th.
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Yep, it's tomorrow.
Okay.
Or is it today? Wait.
I think it's today.
Is it today, March 19th? I think you're right. I'll look it up.
Well, if it is,
meteorology, weather people will say that March 1st is the first day of spring. That's what they say.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have some mail to get to.
Why am I making this face?
Yep, Thursday, March 19th, 2020. You're right, Ace.
Today, technically, the first
day of spring.
Okay, good to know.
It's a spring equinox.
Equinox?
Spring equinox.
Did you say equinox?
I did.
That means we'll have some Tim Cavanaugh momentarily. Hi-oing over there is Chick McGee at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. Say hi to everybody on camera.
Hello.
Do you know which camera is yours?
I think that one, but maybe, no, it must be that one.
I have no idea.
Hi.
I don't have no idea. Josh Arnold is over there.
Hello.
Josh of the Flannel. Christy Lee, of course, is right next to me at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. This is Tom speaking.
Here's some more sports.
I have no idea where.
Cincinnati Reds.
Time out. He has no idea where his camera is.
The one pointing at you.
It's not that one over there?
No, that's mine.
It's mine.
Yours is over here.
It's mine.
Look at this.
Pat Godwin is over there. Could we
Yours is
build a
right there,
plastic
honey.
thing here? I'm concerned about.
Why are you worried about Pat? He doesn't see anybody.
That is true.
Yeah, this is Tom speaking.
You talk about isolation.
We have a exciting sports story before. Or would you like to hear the Equinox tribute?
Cincinnati Reds say an employee who worked at the Red Spring Training Complex in Goodyear, Arizona, the rubber capital of Arizona, has tested positive for the new virus. The team says the employee lives in Arizona, has been self-quarantined.
Did you mean to say rubber capital of Arizona?
What'd I say?
Rubble?
I meant rubber.
Okay.
Okay.
Rubber capital of Arizona.
Next time, try to...
You know, do I have to move the statue for? I'm left Chick's statue in the good mood position. If you piss him off, I'm gonna have to move it.
I can't piss Chick off.
Meanwhile, stupid world record. Update.
Oh, I like that a lot.
The game show Let's Make a Deal is officially set for the largest water gun.
Right.
Some would say squirt gun. Some would say water pistol.
Super soaker is what it looks like.
It looks like a gigantic super soaker, but it's official now. We had the rumor about it yesterday, but now the Guinness.
What? Yesterday was just the rumor? What do you mean rumor? You showed me a picture of it yesterday.
Yeah, but I mean the Guinness people sanctioned it, which I think is the significant.
Host Wayne Brady, if he was in my bathroom, I'd lock the door, unveiled the working water gun that measured 12 feet, 7.75 inches last week.
Yep.
When the show celebrated the 90s during their Decades Week.
I had no idea the show was on.
I didn't know it was still on either. I didn't know Wayne Brady was still working. I didn't know
either.
any of this.
He's quite an entertainer.
So's a washing machine, okay?
This would be great to have. This would be great to have if you
not the joke.
if you were an old guy. You take this thing out and get off my lawn, you damn kids.
The previous record was 7 feet 3.4 inches.
They slaughtered it.
Over 5 feet.
Wow.
An adjudicator was present to verify the record-breaking water gun. How is this an update?
Because
this is the same story.
No, yesterday we didn't have the adjudicator.
You did.
I just like to hear you say the word adjudicator.
This is not the show's first record. It currently holds a record for worst show on television.
That's not true.
Let's make a deal. Here comes Jay with his cheese straightener. Would you like what's in the box or what's behind the curtain?
Does anybody have a hairpin?
Anybody have an expired credit card?
Anybody want to bend over and have us give you a power enema? Yeah, sure. You'll be clean as a whistle. We might stretch it out a little.
Wayne Brady, the first person who can get my father to talk to me will win a prize. Oh, Wayne, you're really bringing your life into this, huh?
And just when you thought, why in God's name are you doing this story?
Why
here's
in
the
God's
payoff.
name are you doing this story?
Make a deal. Let's Make a Deal created the world's largest cereal bowl. You remember this?
I don't. When did that happen?
Of course not. 3,504 pounds. Wasting food while millions starve all around the world.
No reason at all.
Way to go, Let's Make a Deal. Or as they call it, LMAD.
LMAD?
I can't. No. What was the guy's name who originally hosted it?
Monty Hall.
Thank you. Monty Hall, yes.
Monty Hall.
Or the luckiest man in the history of the world.
Monty Hall was?
Monty Hall.
Bob's mom was on that show.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd she do?
Well,
I think she wore a hat that looked like a giant birthday cake, and she got called down, and then she had to she won a pool table.
She won a pool table.
Nice.
And Bob was thrilled, or Bob's dad was going nuts because Bob's dad loved playing pool.
Yeah.
She wins the pool table. Then she has the situation where she has to pick one thing or the other.
Right, yeah.
And she picked what was behind the curtain, and it was cases and cases, I believe, of oyster stew.
That's exactly right.
Oh, no.
So Bob's dad made Bob and his brother go door to door selling oyster stew.
Yes.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah, Bob obviously knows more details.
True story.
Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But, I didn't know that. I honestly have never really watched the show.
You've never watched Let's Make a
Not
Deal?
for more than 10
Even when you
seconds.
were a kid?
Yeah, well, I suppose if I was trapped at home and there was nothing else on.
Boy, there was a time when you were sick at home at school that Let's Make a Deal was the only thing on.
And remember then the soap operas would come
Yep.
on, you'd go, oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, well. All right, well, so that's the record. That is
Well,
the
that's
sports.
how you knew kids were really sick if they were going to stay home.
Yeah.
They don't do that now.
Yeah, now, you're kidding. The world's at our fingertips. Is that sports?
The Olympic flame is handed over to Japan for this year's 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. That happened yesterday. And as you can
Might be
see,
as close as we get.
this picture is the exact number of people who are going to be in the stands for the.
No kidding. It's the empty stands.
Yeah, it looks like Hiroshima the day after.
It did. It did. It was empty, and there was a little flame burning.
We also would have accepted Nagasaki. And finally in sports.
Yes?
Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
The retired New England Patriots tight end that just won't go away is set to host WrestleMania in April.
Okay.
The WWE's annual wrestling extravaganza, often called the Super Bowl of wrestling,
I question that.
has been moved from Raymond James Stadium to a closed set in Orlando. Gronkowski tweeted that he would explain the new format. Oh, good. And his role on Friday's live edition of SmackDown.
Cool.
They're holding that tomorrow night also on their closed set in Orlando. WWE will hold WrestleMania over 2 nights for the first time ever.
Wow.
On April 4 and 5.
Probably do well. It's weird without fans there, but
Yeah, but.
Woo!
Yeah, it'll be none of that.
Nothing.
there's an internet rumor that they've already filmed part of it.
Oh, really?
So there will be some fans?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Who knows if, obviously, people are bored. They'll put anything out there. So.
Well, it'd be something to watch. I mean, there's nothing else out there.
Some of the greatest childhood sports memories of mine are because of WrestleMania.
See?
He was just talking a couple days ago, off the air.
Who's
about
your favorite?
Hulk Hogan and Andre the
body
Giant.
slamming Andre the Giant. We lost our minds when Hulk Hogan lifted Andre the Giant over his head.
Yeah.
My personal favorite. My personal favorite was predates that. Of course, was the great Bobo Brazil.
Sure. Yeah, led the way, didn't he? Yeah.
I met Mr. Brazil on a couple of occasions.
I don't know if Bobo Brazil has ever had his name preceded with the Great before.
Oh, he was fantastic.
Legendary, yeah.
And of course, Dick the Bruiser.
You remember Bobo Brazil's move, don't you?
The
Cocoa Butt.
Cocoa
Butt.
That's right. He would.
It's become very famous now.
It has?
He stole half my Monte Cristo once.
I remember. I love that story. Yeah.
What happened again?
I was having a nice Monte Cristo following a nice wrestling mania. I used to have to WrestleMania. I had to run camera for it.
Wrestling Mania?
Wrestling Mania. I was on camera that night.
Were you the only one eating there? Was there more than one Monte Cristo?
We were all out at a late night establishment.
Did you count the?
Did you go down for the count? Yeah. Did you?
Jesus.
What was the count of Monte Cristo?
It's my favorite book. Stop it. Anyway.
Mr. Brazil ate
Mr. Brazil walked in. We were all the crew was all sitting there having our post wrestling dinner, and he walked up and he goes, "You don't need that," and took half my.
You
Monte
don't
Cristo.
need that.
What?
Oh.
Yes. You don't need that.
Somewhat aggressive.
You should be honored.
Well, he's a wrestler.
Don't you wish Bobo Brazil's real name is like Franklin Tynes or something? You know? That's Frank Ford.
Remember when Goldberg started, he just went by Bill Goldberg?
Bill Goldberg,
That was
yeah.
the best. Just this guy. He was a monster, but Bill Goldberg.
Still my favorite wrestler because he just stands across the ring and jumps at people.
No, well, so we'll look forward to Gronk. Are they going to call it WrestleMania 69 in his honor? That's his big thing.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just asking. Right now, I want to remind you of something. This is probably the most timely announcement of its kind you're going to hear. If you're like me, you can get some extra time at the house right now. Perhaps you're going through your stuff, and you're going, well, I don't wear this one anymore. Maybe I should sell it. That's where Mercari comes in, the selling app.
Mercari.
Go through your stuff because you've got great stuff there that you just, for whatever reason, don't use anymore. Think about it. And with Mercari, it's so simple. It's the selling app. Over 500,000 reviews in the App Store, by the way. Average rating 4.8 stars. So what you do is you take a few pictures, add a description of the item, and boom, your item is listed. Say you've got a nice watch, but you don't wear it anymore.
Boom.
You get some, and here's the beauty of this. You get some extra bucks, and you can do it all from the space right there in your house.
Yeah, easy.
You pop it in the box, and Mercari will send you the information you need and the address and everything to stick on there. And guess what? It's an easy transaction. You've done it all right there at your house, and you've made a bunch of money on that stuff you've got sitting around that you're not using anymore. What's the rule, Christy? If you haven't used something in a year, get rid of it?
Yep, that's it.
Well, now you got the time. Over 150,000 items get listed every day on Mercari. It's called Mercari, the selling app. I like to call it Mercari, the buying app.
Oh, plenty to look at, yeah.
And let me remind you that it's Mercari, Mercari. So what are you waiting for when you got stuff that you don't use? Sell it, ship it, and get paid with Mercari. You can find Mercari on the App Store or at Mercari.com. Once again, Mercari. Mercari is the selling app. I know you're cleaning up those closets. I know you've got stuff on your desk you don't use anymore. Get some money for it. How about that? Mercari, the selling app. When we come back, let's see. Yep, looks like Donnie Baker's going to be on the phone. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, if you're just looking to get your mind off the coronavirus news, you can always tune in to Bob and Tom Tonight. That's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Just go to the Bob and Tom YouTube channel, subscribe. It's free. You can be watching Bob and Tom Tonight. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. More coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment update. Willie Nelson's Luck Reunion Festival had to be called off because of the new coronavirus, but now performers are going to be playing for tips online tonight. It was supposed to be today in Nelson's backyard in Luck, Texas, featuring Nelson, Jewel, Lucinda Williams, Paul Simon, Edie Brickell, Margot Price, Randy Housen, and others. The musicians now are going to live stream their performances for free, and you can opt to contribute to a digital tip jar. Blake Shelton doing his part to fight the new coronavirus. He's growing his mullet back. Shelton swears on Twitter it's for real, and he's doing it as a symbol of hope or something like that. He says he and Gwen Stefani made the decision together. And Bonnaroo's Place, as one of the first festivals of the summer, has now been turned into one of the first festivals of the fall. Bonnaroo has been rescheduled for September 24th through the 27th in Manchester, Tennessee, in response to the new coronavirus outbreak. It was set to go June 11th through the 14th. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Okay, here we go. You can be mean to me, mean as you want to be. Just say anything that you like. You can be nasty and catty and cruel and unusual. Twist my nose with your fingers, trip me while I carry liquids. But as you pin me down, my arms down on the ground, as your spit drips into my face. Deep in the back of your mind, remember at some point you'll have to fall asleep. Yeah. And when you fall asleep, into your room I'll creep. Did something move in the dark neath your bed? And then a voice you hear calling out loud and clear, a voice that is your own, a voice that's saying, ah! There are things that one can do with Bengay, Nair, and super glue. A package of indelible dye. Why would a guy such as I ever buy indelible dye? Blue as the sky. Don't ask me why. This catalog I found sells roaches by the pound, millipedes, centipedes too. They say the meek shall inherit because they stay up late and change the will. And when you fall asleep, into your room I'll creep. Did something move in the dark neath your bed? And then a voice you hear, it's calling loud and clear. A voice that is your own, a voice that's saying, ah! That's all I have.
I love that.
That was very nice.
Wow, little revenge song. That's very nice.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kiwi Rogers is our guest. Kiwi, having just met you, I can guess you're obviously an athlete.
Yeah, I work out a little bit. They have the whole thing where you pump weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You got to have that cardiovascular, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing basketball the other day. They made me guard the worst dude on the other teams. It was a fat dude wearing thongs. Man. You know, standing on the court smoking a cigarette. You know I was in bad shape.
And you couldn't keep up with him.
I couldn't keep up with him. I got involved with that aerobics. Don't like aerobics, man. That's too much like sex.
It is.
Aerobics?
Yeah, you sweat, muscles hurt, and then you got a woman up there telling you you're not doing it right.
Jim, we mentioned that you are a tall man.
Yes. 6'6", huh?
6'6". Are you a single guy or married guy?
I just got married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
How's that going?
First
timer?
Yeah, first timer.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm learning, very slowly. I'm learning, when women get married, they take the guy's name, and I'm learning that us guys are also given. My married name is somebody. Somebody's got
721 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
It certainly is. Thank you very much. And we are here, and she's over there. It's Christy Lee.
Yes.
And Christy has a quick weather forecast for us.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X-Man. Showers and thunderstorms today. Look for a high of 67.
Rattle, thunder, cloudy, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, cloudy tonight, low 60. And then showers early with temperatures falling drastically tomorrow. We're going to top out at 66 and then drop to 45. 47 right now.
Did you notice that Christy had turned into the Car X woman there for
I
a second?
did.
That was very nice. I thought that was very nice. We have Guns N' Roses tickets here on Q95. Those will be coming up for your dining and dancing pleasure. So listen to win those guys, huh? Nice. Welcome back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, as always. And I should point out that we're doing a special live feed on YouTube, so you can see what's going on in here. And it is today, by the way. I mean, that would always be true, but today is March 19th.
Yes, yeah.
2020.
First day of spring.
We're here.
Well, I just trying to clarify. I ran into some guy and he goes, "Hey, you guys, those tape shows are great." Nope. No, we're.
Oh, if they were taped, they'd be better.
Thank you.
What'd you hear from 50, 60 people? A lot of emails? What happened?
Oh, I got tons of emails.
No, I mean asking if we're live or not.
Oh.
Or just the one guy.
He ran into a guy in person, he said, and
was walking my dogs.
What if you ran into a guy in person who didn't like me?
Would you tell him?
Would you tell me?
Thursdays?
Oh.
See, now, Christy thinks you're serious. Why would you say that?
Got a nice letter here from a big Chick McGee fan.
Oh.
Actually.
That's a lie.
Dear Not helping. Okay, once again, here we go. Did I mention that Pat Godwin's over there? There's
higher power.
You did. Christy Lee's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
So happy to
doing her job, behaving herself, unlike anyone at, say, the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
Kissing ass.
That's me.
Let's see. Once again, Ace on audio probation today. That was a remark that did not approve of.
No, you did not.
No, that was the first time I've ever seen him just outwardly disagree with you.
Hey, that reminds me. Did you hear about the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Gardner Minshew. He's the new number
say
one
it 3
football. He's the new
times.
number one. He's QB1 now.
Wow.
Can we do the song again? Can we? Let's do the Gardner Minshew song again in an hour, in case you missed it. Coming up, I'll read this letter that makes that someone is a big fan of Chick. This guy working at the
knew you just made it
sewage treatment plant.
Oh, well, he knows his
stuff. Yeah.
He knows his shows.
Show.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hi, Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, are you isolating?
Yeah, I think I'd rather be at the sewage treatment plant than what I'm having to deal with.
What are you doing?
On day 4 of quarantine with Liffy.
Oh, well, good
And
for
we've
you.
already gone through 90% of the snacks, Christy. And Liffy's upset because I've ate about 90% of the snacks. Well, just nerves are racking up. I'm homeschooling him, and that's no easy chore.
Hey, that's for sure.
You guys know me. Growing up, I used not to respect teachers good.
Yeah.
But I've only been teachering for about 3 days now, and I'm already looking to call in a sub to finish out the week. Swear to God. Either that or I can see if I can have him transferred to another school, Christy.
Hey.
Well, I mean, I see moms out there on Facebook always bragging, posting pictures, photos of running their kids' homeschool. I'm like, hey, Mrs. Milf, you got a glass of wine in your hand. It's only 10:30 in the morning. Let me guess, you're teaching little Johnny about, prohibition? Swear to God. Now, I admit it, guys, I don't know how these real school teachers do it.
I know.
You know?
I know.
No wonder Miss Casero was always behind the dumpster chain smoking between class. And Miss Painter was always zombied out on pills. I don't blame them. And don't ever forget this. Kids are dicks. I swear to God. Remember how many jerk kids you grew up with? I'm talking to you, Billy Majors.
No, we don't need to call
Anyways,
you out.
well, I'm trying to teach Woofy how to add 3 plus 3, and while I got my back turned writing on the whiteboard, I just hear, you suck. I swear to God. I turn back around, he's got his little head down writing. Like I wasn't going to figure out where that came from. I'm like, that only works when you're not the only kid in class, Woofy. I don't know, Christy. We may have to hold him back a year.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
And I'll say it like this. I really owe a few teachers some apologies. I never realized how hard the job was before now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you've learned.
Well, since we're on the radio live, first I'd like to apologize to Miss Kinch for joyriding her brand new 87 Firebird in the winter of 89.
Oh, man.
I still, I say it like this, maybe you should lock your doors when warming up your car after school, but I feel bad. And I think I shouldn't have had to repeat the grade cause of it. I mean, how many 7-year-olds you can drive a stick?
Good
There you
point.
go. Yeah, sure. Good for you.
Second and foremost, I'd like to apologize to Mr. Andrews for spreading a rumor around school that he and Glenda, the lunch lady, like to hook up like sloppy joes and do it in a walk-in cooler. I sincerely hope your wife took you back. And if I were you, I would have gone for Miss Bronson's anyway. She was fire ass hot. Oh, Josh, her booty had more curves than a beanbag.
Oh, man, yeah.
Lastly, I'd like to say sorry to Principal Walters. It's time that I finally come forward and confess this. It was me. I'm the one that put super glue on the toilet seat at the teacher's lounge. Oh, I timed it perfect. My buddy Simmy, he told me exactly the moment Miss Walters took his daily grumpy. Got stuck on the seat. That's when I flushed an M80 down the toilet in the boys' locker at the next door. You know how plumbing works. Mr. Walters got blasted up the backside by a brown fecal spritz and rival any geezer at Yellowstone Park. Swear to God. Oh, I even heard his toupee needed readjusted. It took him 4 firefighters, 6 hours, and 4 cans of lacquer before he's freed from the seat.
Yikes.
And from then on, man, he can never shake the nickname Muddy Waters. I swear to God. I became something of a fork hero around school. And for the rest of the year, my buddies call me Donnie Baker, Master Ass Blaster.
I bet.
Funny enough, years later, Patty Ferguson called me the same.
Oh, boy.
Swear to God. Put that in your yearbook. I'm going to go.
Thanks very much, Donnie. Wow, timed it just right, huh? The M80 is just, boy, Mr. Walters. Okay, good. Now, I've got this letter. Would you like to hear it? I think you'll enjoy it. Did you just do that?
Ow! It was
Sorry,
just
we had to put
allergies
Josh
or
out of our
something.
misery.
Some of us have allergies, and it's really embarrassing. Yeah,
What if you get
What
if you get a regular cold? What
Yeah.
if you
You guys know I sneeze almost every morning.
go
I know
crazy?
that.
do,
yes.
actually.
Can you go change shirts or something?
Oh,
it's
my gosh.
all lingering in your elbow.
Remember last time he didn't think I hit the elbow and I got yelled at?
Yes,
I hit the elbow.
I know.
Then you win. You can't
I
win.
know.
No, you can't win.
This
Okay,
is just the beginning.
Dear Bob and Tom Show, I'm a member of the Morning Breath Club.
Uh-huh.
That's an exclusive club very few people even know about.
Sure.
And the proud owner of the Chick McGee Broadcasting School's Certificate of Certification.
Oh, how nice.
The Junior Announcers Club.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
we made these several years ago.
I think they're still available online somewhere.
Really? This gentleman works at a water treatment plant.
Oh.
I guess they don't call them sewage treatment anymore. It's water treatment plant. He's certainly enjoying
Distinguished alum.
the fact that we're doing the show during these during times such as these, and we're happy to be here. By the way,
Yes.
he's got 2 requests.
Wait a minute, that's it?
Okay.
That's all. That's it. You said it was somebody who loves Chick McGee.
No, in fact, he didn't even say he likes you. He just says he has the certificate.
He has the Chick McGee
He
Broadcasting
might be
Certificate
putting up
of
with the
Certification.
certificate.
Right.
You don't know. He might hate me.
He could be using it as a coaster.
I bet it's right there at the sewage treatment plant in this guy's office.
Boy, oh boy.
He could be using it to wipe his shoes. We don't know.
Talk about a left-handed compliment.
He has 2 requests.
All right.
They're both very short. Here's the first one.
Excellent.
And,
Is that right?
Here's the second one.
Hello there.
He sounds like a Tom fan.
Nope. Then he goes on to say he agrees with you, Josh.
Yes.
Yes.
I was saying I'd heard this morning
Just ass kissing all around.
on a national news broadcast that putting up Christmas lights is something people are doing now just to spread some cheer,
Right.
even though it's not Christmas time. And we drive by a house in which a guy did that a few days ago, and I guess this is catching on.
Yes, and I love it.
It's kind of fun. And Josh, your
My
point
theory
was,
is these are warning signs. They're letting you know that's a house
Yeah.
of Corona.
No.
No, do not approach.
Don't,
Yes,
don't
yeah.
do that.
you're ruining
If you
it
get
for
the closer you get, you can hear.
This guy's name is HP. He says, I agree with Josh. The Christmas lights are a sign that you have the plague. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you,
geez.
sir.
Why aren't we calling it the plague instead of the virus? Why aren't we just go ahead and
It's not a plague.
It's a plague. I think it is a plague.
It's not a plague.
Pretty sure it's a plague.
Yeah,
It's a virus.
Plague's a rough word.
Well, plague was virus. The plague was a virus.
I think you're wrong.
Well, I think you guys don't know anything
Why
about
are you
medicine. So, on another note, today is the Vernal Equinox.
Hey, Vern.
Yes.
And,
know what I mean, Vern?
Happy spring.
Man, that was funny.
Happy spring, everybody.
So we have a tribute to the equinox. Both autumnal and vernal, by the way, I believe are mentioned in this song. This comes to us from Tim Cavanaugh.
Boy, it sure does.
Holed up in
How long is
Chicago
this?
right now.
How long, you got a time on this?
Minute 11.
Okay.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Sitting on a park bench, noticing the day and night's the same length. Equinox, vernal or autumnal. I prefer vernal, but autumnal's not bad. Equinox. It sounds like something online, like eBay or E-Trade, but it's not. Equinox. If you are nocturnal, you've got 12 hours to get all your stuff done. Equinox. Equinox.
A tribute to Jethro Tull.
Yes.
And the great album Aqualung, an absolute classic from the early 70s. And got another letter here, Chick, if you'd like to. We got a guy on the side of this gentleman in Fresno.
Yeah.
Currently driving a biohazard work truck. Hats off to you.
Yeah, that might be the safest place to be.
Yeah, those biohazards, they'll kick the virus's ass.
Oh,
And then a very unusual letter.
Yeah.
Special request again. This person enjoys getting up early, or at least work and actually starts at 3 a.m.
Oh, beats you.
No. Tom goes to bed at 11, wakes up at 1.
Oh, he only sleeps 2 hours?
But this guy looks forward to having the show start. Thank you very much. But he's wants to make a little tweak in the show.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Yeah.
More Ace Cosby jokes of the day.
Oh, my. All right.
Well, the biohazard's obviously eating away at this man's brain.
That was a different
guy.
Oh,
yes,
sorry.
I'm thinking perhaps the Ace Cosby joke of the hour.
Well, look at that.
I thought Ace was on probation and not allowed to speak today.
I didn't ask for Ace to comment. I'm just saying. And then this guy ends by saying, "I guess I have a case of Ace."
Oh, wow.
Hey, rhyme 2 words. Well done.
Hey.
I think it's a clever phrase, a case of Ace. That would be a nice, maybe you can title your album that, A Case of Ace.
Ace's face is my case.
Ace's
He's in
face.
his space.
Ace used to have a T-shirt that said, "My face is
He's
my
a different
ass."
race.
Different than you. I think that
Just saying.
might be somewhat offensive to virtually anyone listening.
How is that a fact?
It's a fact.
That's facts, man.
No, but I mean, he's a different race than you perhaps are. Although
You said
that's
that already.
that's up for grabs. We love getting these letters, et cetera, et cetera. You can email us. How does that work, Josh?
Well, email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Very good.
Yeah.
You don't really normally ask him about the
No, he
email.
doesn't.
No, he caught him off guard.
And the bio-waste hauler, who goes by the name of Pete, says, by the way, I think Josh needs a raise from 10 cents to 11 cents per text.
Thank you.
Oh, and what's
I've been
that?
saying this for months.
What's the number to text us?
888-262-8661. And every
There you
text
go.
that comes in, I get 11 cents.
I like that.
One yesterday. I owe you 10.
You owe me.
No, you owe
you're
him
right.
11.
Yeah, the 11 went in
Oh,
today.
that was
Yeah.
today.
That hasn't gone into effect yet.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have we completed our sportscast from the orangeinsoles.com sports desk?
Is that like the 4th time he's asked me?
Yeah,
Or-
well, I
or
think
is
the
it
problem
me?
is we didn't have the correct. We didn't have the outro.
No.
And when we don't have the outro, it throws them.
He asks you, but then he keeps talking, and then he forgets that he asked
Right.
you.
Yeah.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you I can't think and talk at the same time.
So
We know.
making this job perfect for you
Yeah.
Precisely.
and easy for us.
We got a bunch of other truck drivers listening. I want to
See?
say how much we appreciate all you truck drivers out there driving around.
Yes. And
Oh, yeah.
bringing us our goods when we need it.
These
Thank
guys
you
in
so
Syracuse right now picking up milk at a dairy farm. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Rick.
much. Yeah.
Had a delightful bowl of cereal for dinner last night
Oh, what'd you have?
with real milk. I had my usual mix of grape nuts and shredded wheat.
Oh, yeah.
That's an abomination.
Big brimming bowl of Joyless. Yeah.
So no paper left at your house? You're just
Yeah, no-
eating the grape nuts?
You have
and
no
the,
burlap over there?
What'd you need, some mortar? Good Lord.
If I tell you what actually happened, okay, I'm going to
I
swear
can't
that
think of any way to stop you.
this actually happened.
All right.
We were having a really nice dinner.
I
It was
argue
kind of
that,
a
but go
stir
ahead.
fry pork thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I kid you not,
Ptomaine, lo mein, yeah.
I'd had about 3 bites, and my 7-year-old sneezed on it. So it was.
So you didn't eat it?
No.
It's your 7-year-old.
It's your 7-year-old. Where the hell has she been?
She could be the 7-year-old typhoid Mary for all I know.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Plus,
So
I
I
mean, would
throw
you
it
eat a
away and eat
sneeze even
cereal.
if this corona thing weren't going on, Christy?
Yeah, I don't want
Well,
stir fry booger.
It's my own
was
kid.
it right
No.
on it or at the table?
No, right
As
at
the great
table.
Chad Daniels has pointed out many times, if the person complaining used to be one about fluids, used to be one of your fluids, they don't have any argument.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, anyways, it was.
So you don't give them a drink of out of your. You have a straw and a drink. You don't let them drink. Have a drink, and then you take a drink. You don't let them do that.
Give him a kiss?
Then give them a little kiss.
Of course, but I mean, no, I don't drink out of their.
Well, if you're kissing your kid, what's the difference?
I'm not kissing them in the mouth.
Right. He's not sucking on their nose. The kid sneezed in a bowl of food. You're
I'm
not
not
going to eat it.
I'm not Tom Brady. Come on.
See, it all ties in. I want to remind you. Did you just lick your microphone?
Oh, somebody isolate that.
I'm opening my mouth.
Don't do that again.
He's actually freaked out.
Oh, I have an idea. Since we're doing this special YouTube broadcast, Christy, would you mind doing something for me?
What would you like, Mr. Griswold, sir?
Would you please show the audience that you have a tongue the size of a small bird? Seriously, stick it all the way out. Let them see.
Now you're making
Go
me
ahead.
laugh.
No, please. That's
Oh my
it.
gosh, that's as far as
the
it
size
goes.
of a stamp.
Lord. Can you even whistle? How do you
How do you lick a stamp?
You can't. Yeah, you don't have the tongue for it.
Can what's his name find your tongue when he goes searching in there? I'm sure he does, right?
What's his?
Well, we're not allowed to do that anymore because of the corona.
Let's just leave it right there, shall we? You know something?
What?
I enjoy sports to a degree, and especially when they come from the
OrangeInSouls.com Sports Desk. It's a time where many things are out of your control. Your health, your fitness, all of that. But now with OrangeInSouls.com, take back your fitness. That's right. Get moving. Do indoor work. There are a bazillion indoor workouts.
Oh, yeah.
With OrangeInSouls.com. Get moving. It's easy. Just put one foot in front of the other. With your Orange Insoles, of course. If you're experiencing sore feet due to plantar fasciitis, back or knee pain, poor weight distribution, hip pain due to improper alignment, a supportive insole from Orange
I'm wearing mine
Insoles
now.
may help you.
You don't have to show us.
Oh, no.
That's amazing.
Oh, we put it in Chick's face. Oh,
That's
God.
unbelievable. Yeah. Go to orangeinsoles.com. It's easy to navigate, and they'll help you choose the correct insole based on your intended activity or the shoes you wear.
Orange Insoles, they rejected the slogan, Orange Insoles, let your friends smell them. No, that's not what they want you to do.
Work boots, casual shoes, tennis shoes, gym shoes, as Tom would say, his plimsolls. They proudly offer a 60-day, we want you to be happy, orangeinsoles.com guarantee. It's just that simple. You don't like them, send them back. Very few people do. I think only one guy has over the years. Old Cranky Joe sent his back, I think.
Nothing makes him happy.
Orange Insoles, with you every step of the way. That's orangeinsoles.com.
Okay, thank you very much. Try them out. You're going to feel a lot better from the bottom up. It's like a great foundation on a house. When we come back, Josh.
What?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Josh.
Twinkie news.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I'm a fan. Yeah.
Ding dong news.
Oh, I'm a fan.
We can't send people out for food, can we?
No.
I mean, we have takeaway.
I'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, when you're sitting there home wondering what you're going to do with the rest of the day, don't forget about Bob and Tom's VIP. It's an opportunity to dig into the Bob and Tom archives and the complete album library. What is it, 26, 32, something albums out there. Plus, the Bob and Tom Show can be heard commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast available to VIP members. And you can kick back and watch the live 7-camera video stream of the show each and every morning. Jeff Oskey still taking care of that for us each and every day. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
I'm Chick McGee from the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk with the Bob and Tom Sports Update. The new NFL year has started. Free agent contracts and trades have begun. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers enter free agency with expectations of signing 6-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Tom Brady. That deal could be announced today. A person familiar with the trade says the Jaguars have agreed to send quarterback Nick Foles to the Bears for a compensatory 4th-round draft pick. They're dumping Foles just over a year after giving the former Super Bowl MVP a 4-year, $88 million contract. And the Denver Broncos have acquired 5-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman Jarrell Casey from the Tennessee Titans. And people familiar with the situation say that Major League Baseball is considering skipping their amateur draft this year, putting off the next international signing period as a way to preserve cash while games are affected by the new coronavirus. Major League Baseball proposed crediting full Major League service for 130 games or more and proportional service for a shorter season. The union wants a full season of service, even if no games are played. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Kenny!
Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
Where are you?
Well, you're a lucky one, huh?
At home. All I do is mope around the house now, stare at my laptop, flip through old day planners, and scroll through my phone.
Oh.
It's like I'm on nonstop standby.
Yeah.
Dawned on me last night, this is how Zone 4 people must live on a daily basis.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Speed is a drag, it's a big, big drag. Set your mind on fire, make your organs sag. Coke is a joke, rather take a toke than be broken and a choking with your brain cells smoking. Tripping on acid makes you flaccid. DMT too rich for me. Heroin aquarium, a nice pine box to bury in. Marijuana makes me wanna eat candy and eat Madonna with her hair bleached by peroxide, huffing on some nitrous oxide. Well, I tried them all, and it might sound queer, but my favorite drug is a nice cold beer. Beer, 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 beer. We love beer. I get thrills from pills, but mainly chills from Robitussin and a bottle of NyQuil. XTC's okay with me. On airplane glue, you sneeze, I chew. Mohawk girl with a needle in her neck. Nervous wreck, gonna call collect. Nicotine is so obscene. Caffeine only makes me mean. Huff and spray paint ain't so quaint. It gives you headaches and makes you faint. Hash is a gas like a blast from the past, but trying to hunt it down is a pain in the ass. Well, I tried them all, and it might sound queer, but my favorite drug is a nice cold beer. Beer, 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 beer. We love beer. Speed is a drag, it's a big, big drag. Set your mind on fire, make your organs sag. Coke is a joke, rather take a toke. Let me broken and a choking with your brain cells smoking. Tripping on acid makes you flaccid. DMT too rich for me. Heroin aquarium, a nice fine box of burying. Marijuana makes me wanna eat candy and haunt Madonna with her hair bleached by peroxide, up and on some nitrous oxide. Well, I tried them all, and it might sound weird, but my favorite drug is a nice cold beer. Beer, 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 beer. We love beer. All right, let's kick this stuff into overdrive here. I get thrills from pills, but mainly chills from Robitussin and a bottle of NyQuil. XTC's okay with me. On airplane glue, you sneeze, I chew. Mohawk girl with a needle in her neck. Nervous wreck and a cough leg. Nicotine is so obscene. Caffeine only makes me mean. Pop spray, pain ain't so quaint. It gives you headaches, makes you faint. Hash is a gas like a blast from the back.
King of don't do as I do as I say.
Of course.
It's the Bob and Tom Show, 747 on the nose.
Coming up, a little surprise. We're going to talk to somebody from Hotel Tango. They're doing something super cool here in town. I think it's just so great. And we're going to talk with Jim Gaffigan in about 15 minutes or so. Cool. Jim's got some really cool videos of dinner with the Gaffigans. That,
it's great.
That are just a
So
lot of fun. Look forward to talking to Mr. Gaffigan, of course, and a special guest in a matter of moments. I'm very excited about that as well. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Got a couple surprises for you, as a matter of fact. First off, we are here. This is happening. Today is the 19th of March, 2020. And
we are here. This is happening. Today is today.
Yes, which I'm saying only because there's a lot of stuff out there that's not happening right now. In fact, a lot of stuff. So let's just say who's who here, since we're doing a special feed of today's show on YouTube. And people all over the world getting a chance to see us. It's fun. Let's see. Our engineer, of course, is Ace Cosby. You can see him over there. and a black cap. Oh, you're not wearing the whatever they're called, the New York Guardians.
It's midweek,
Okay.
Weekend.
You want to let your hat sit
No,
at
no.
least 3 days, though.
The season is over.
He can be a fan still.
No.
Yeah, you can.
I wear my St. Louis
The
Blues hat
league
in the
is
sun.
over.
You can still wear.
The league's over,
Aren't you
baby.
supposed to only wear a hat every 4 days now?
What?
Yeah, you're supposed to let them sit so anything in it.
That's no. You're making that up.
Here we go again.
That's what I'm doing. Chick McGee's at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk.
It's
Josh
only
Arnold in the
going
sidekick
Hi.
desk. Don't brush Josh on his right side because he sneezed all over it.
And he had his shoe in my face. God
Christy
knows what
Lee
that's
is at the
gonna-
Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The man with the guitar is Pat Godwin. Can we, in about half an hour, we're going to do the
I have something new for you, hot
Gardner,
off the presses.
the Gardner Minshew song again. We'll get to that in a second. Also, we're going to talk with Jim Gaffigan in about 15 minutes. I believe right now, I mentioned this. This was on the National Newswire yesterday. There was a great story about some distillers in several spots in the United States that were turning one of their distillation facility processes, whatever it's called, into hand sanitizer. And I believe we have Travis from Hotel Tango on the phone right now. Hey, Travis, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Hey, great. This is such a cool thing you're doing, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but it did make the National Newswire yesterday. Can you tell everybody what it is that you guys are doing at Hotel Tango?
Yeah, absolutely. We converted part of our production line into from making spirits, vodka, gin, rum, to hand sanitizer.
That is very, very nice of you, and a cool thing to do. Is that a simple process to switch these things around?
Well, it's really more a matter of adding some additional ingredients. We're already distilling, which is taking, corn, water, sugar, yeast, up to about 190 proof on our vodka, and then we'll just cut it down to above 120 proof, and that's where it becomes able to kill germs and not the stuff that people are doing in their bathtubs. So,
And what do you do with the 190 proof? I'm asking for a friend. The 95% or so alcohol. What is that?
We keep that for our personal stock.
Excellent. I'll be calling you later, Travis.
It's my understanding from my reading that 60% alcohol is the key to having proper hand sanitizer. So once you've distilled,
yes, sir, that is correct.
Once you've distilled it, what is the other fluid that you put in there?
So we add a denaturing agent and some xanthan gum to kind of give it a gel texture.
There you go. The gel stuff. That's great. And you're supposed to, when you use hand sanitizer, you're supposed to rub it until it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wipe it off. That's just, I've been watching
vigorously. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it evaporates sort of on its own.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're big fans. That's such a cool thing that you're doing. And then how is the sanitizer being distributed?
Well, right now we've got it's been crazy. You mentioned the national news thing. We've gotten requests from all over the U.S. We're sending some out to some guard units over in Saudi Arabia right now. We just shipped out some to the USS Indianapolis and USS Indiana, which are deploying. So we've gotten requests all over the country. We're just trying to plug as many little holes as we can where it makes sense, and trying to get it to as many charitable organizations as possible for now.
Good for you. Good for you. We're talking with Travis Barnes. Can you explain the origin of the name Hotel Tango?
Sure, yeah. So it kind of comes from my military roots. I did 3 tours in Iraq with the United States Marine Corps, and my wife and I are both pilots, so we use the phonetic alphabet quite a bit. So Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. Her name is Hillary, and my name is Travis, so H is Hotel and T is Tango.
Hotel Tango, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Very nice. That is very cool.
Yeah.
So it's not actually
and
a hotel.
W is whiskey.
No.
It's not a hotel.
If you're driving by, which I've done many, many times, it's not really a hotel.
Oh, you thought it was a hotel?
No, I didn't. I knew it wasn't a hotel.
Oh, okay.
No, you didn't. You thought it was a hotel.
We'll keep a vacancy open for you.
I drive by every Sunday morning.
So Tom's name is Tango then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right, Charlie.
It is.
Well, Travis, you're doing a great thing. Thank you so
And
much.
how can we support you and your efforts as well? Can we still order some vodka online? Or
Yes. Please answer this question.
Yes, absolutely. We do have an online store. We do sell bottles online. Just go to hoteltangowhiskey.com. You can find them there.
Great.
But our store is still open. So, yeah, anything we can do. And if you do have requests for any of the hand sanitizer, please send them to donations@hoteltangowhiskey.com.
Cool.
Great.
That is great. Thank you so much, Travis. Great talking to you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure.
You know, it's got that kind of World War II war effort feel.
Yeah.
Some folks out there being
Wartime president.
being really
See, now,
altruistic.
I knew that you'd enjoy this, Josh, and I knew that Chick would really enjoy it when he mentioned 190 proof.
Yeah.
Normally, you have to drink twice as much to get
Man, good on Travis.
Yeah, but then we've also had news stories saying don't at home make your own hand sanitizer using your own vodka. It's really a waste of vodka.
Right.
Although that is a good way to check if you've got good vodka. Put a little in your palm, and if it evaporates, that's good. If it gets gummy, don't drink that.
Really?
Yeah. I have no idea what he's talking about. Well, thank you very much. And we'll post that address and stuff on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. And we're going to come back and talk with Jim Gaffigan, who I mentioned this yesterday. He's got some really interesting things that he's posted. Jim Gaffigan, it's Dinner with the Gaffigans.
I love it.
And it's literally Jim holding a cell phone and doing the whole dinner with his family.
There are few people funnier than Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out how Mr. Gaffigan is doing in a matter of moments when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter @Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Al Jackson on the way when Al's not calling in with a weekly quiz to get Tom a little more hip, a little more street. He's co-hosting his nationally syndicated talk show, Daily Blast Live on the TV. Follow him at Al Jackson or go to aljacksonlive.com to find out where you can see him on TV or in person when that happens again, as well as grab some new merchandise, some Al Jackson merch. Oh, yeah, and comedian Bert Kreischer right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with another update. The Senate has approved and President Donald Trump has signed a $100 billion plus bill to boost testing for the coronavirus and guarantee paid sick leave for millions of workers hit by it. Lawmakers in the White House have already turned their focus to the administration's far bigger $1 trillion plan to stabilize the economy as the pandemic threatens financial ruin for individuals and businesses. The centerpiece of Trump's economic rescue plan is to dedicate $500 billion to start issuing direct payments to Americans by early next month. The Trump administration also announced most individuals and businesses will be allowed to delay paying their federal tax bills for 90 days as part of an emergency relief plan. But you got to take note, you still have to file on time. Only the payment has delayed. Once again, delayed payments are now due July 15th. You must file by April 15th. Last month, Wuhan was overwhelmed with thousands of new cases of coronavirus each day. But in a dramatic development, Chinese authorities say Wuhan and its surrounding province have no new cases to report. This news offered as a rare glimmer of hope as we battle the virus and perhaps a lesson in the strict measures needed to halt its spread. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The first bank that treats you like you have coronavirus. Our low interest rates are nothing to sneeze at.
The first bank that treats you like you have coronavirus. Where our motto is, don't touch our pens. Remember, FDIC, CDC, COVID-19.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Yeah, he comes over to the house in a 3-day beard, sleeps on the couch, makes the place smell weird. He's on something and it damn sure ain't a job. He scares the kids, stays on the phones, got a car somewhere for me to co-sign on. He's been disowned and his wife's run off with Bob. She finally told him he wasn't worth a damn. He tries to blame it all on Vietnam, but he wasn't there. He was 15 and 74. And he's had a bad back and a messy divorce. He's got a workman's comp case tied up in court. He can't move, and I can damn sure vouch for that. He's my brother-in-law. He's from Arkansas. Lord, the best man at my wedding and the worst I ever saw. He's living off of me. He's the baby of the family. My wife won't let me shoot him 'cause he's my brother-in-law. Every day he smokes 4 packs of menthols, makes about 8 more long-distance calls, snorts alcohol, and talks like Dusty Rhodes. And he'll go through your wallet with a fine-tooth comb and eat your family out of house and home. He'll cuss out your preacher and stop up your commode. He's your brother-in-law. He's got nothing on the ball. The kind of man who'd rob from Peter and write a bad check to Paul. He's gotten out of hand. He ought to be a congressman. He's the kind of fellow that I can't stand, and he's my brother-in-law. Oh, yeah, he's the generic brand, and he's my brother-in-law. Thank you so much.
Bravo. Hi, man, this is Donnie Biker. And
Block at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is correct. Christy Lee, the forecast, please.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by the CarX Man. We have thunderstorms in the forecast. High 67, showers early tomorrow, then temperatures falling dramatically. We'll top out at 66 and start falling to about 45 in the afternoon. Right now, 48 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Josh, have you tried opening your windows yet?
Oh, man. A couple of them did not go well.
Yeah. That's where our friends at Window Nation come in.
Fell out into the yard, Tom.
Now's a great time because Window Nation has the best offer ever. WindowNation.com, get all the details. What am I talking about? You buy 2 windows, how many do you get for free, Josh?
2.
Average house in America, 10 windows. So if you buy 5, how many do you get?
5 more free.
There you go. This sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Now, he's Josh, I'm Tom, and we're talking about our friends at Window Nation.
That's right. You also get no down payment, no payment, and no interest for 2 years, Tommy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
This is an incredible deal from Window Nation, and it just so happens that Josh Arnold is about to have the... you'll be able to open those windows.
I sure will, because of Window Nation.
And by the way, they've also got that special offer on those great triple pane windows, the best ones out there, and they tailor their windows to whatever climate you happen to be in. So in Central Indiana, they've got just what you need at WindowNation.com. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're going to talk with Jim Gaffigan shortly. He has a very interesting thing happening on the internet. There's Ace, our engineer, Chick McGee across the way at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Josh Arnold is right over there.
Yes, reading some windbag letters.
In the sidekick chair. We'll get to those in just a second. Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Yes, sir. I'm right
The phone's
here.
going to ring in a second. It'll be the track phone hotline. It'll be Jim Gaffigan talking about something he's got going that's very interesting and funny. Pat Godwin is itching to play a new song. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have a little surprise for you.
Okay, and then are we going to play the Gardner Minshew tribute again?
Say it 3 times.
Certainly
it has to
hope so.
happen.
This is Tom speaking, and as a special treat, we are broadcasting the show today also on YouTube as it happens.
Yes, thank you for watching and subscribing to the YouTube channel.
So you can watch it on the house right now, see what's going on. Thank you very much. Now, let's see, where were we?
I don't know.
You want to be windbag now, Tom? These are addressed to you.
Oh, boy.
Tom does not like to be wrong, so watch.
We had a letter earlier from
Uh-huh.
a gentleman who worked at a water treatment plant.
Yes.
And you had said that they used to be called...
Sewage treatment?
Well, it turns out water treatment plants and sewage treatment plants, very different.
Oh,
sorry.
Two types.
Man, oh man, Tom.
Yes.
So the water treatment
How
plant
wrong
probably
can
smells
you
better.
be? Wow.
The water.
think.
The water treatment
You
plant
could water ski in that one.
is for drinking and distribution of water, and wastewater treatment plants are, collected from toilets, drains.
Right, okay. So
The poop
you
one.
don't want to water ski there.
No.
Right.
Unless you'd watch out for the, corn.
Oh.
You didn't have to go there. I bet if you work on one of those, you don't really have a lot of corn.
You probably don't. It probably puts you off.
Probably eat lunch off site. Okay, we're
Or
joined by the
baby
great
roots.
Jim Gaffigan.
Hey, Jim, we're talking about corn and feces.
All right,
Your thoughts?
Don't do that to me.
Corn on pizza?
Never mind.
Yes,
Yes, that's
Never mind.
exactly
I'm
what
so
we're
sorry.
talking about.
Hey, Jim, so the other day I stumbled across Dinner with the Gaffigans.
Yes.
And do you want to explain? Because you're obviously the cameraman. One of your daughters opens up playing the piano. And
Yes, it's, we're here on quarantine in New York City. I'm here with my 5 children. And it's been 6 days. It feels like 6 decades. And some of it is, just on social media, I realize some people are quarantined by themselves. And so I thought that it would just be kind of a fun idea to, YouTube stream our family dinner every night at 6 p.m. I figured it might stop my children from killing each other, and it would provide some entertainment. And so we've been doing it every night for the past 6 days, and people seem to enjoy it.
It's very fun.
yeah, it's great. I literally just by chance stumbled on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There it was. Was this Jim Gaffigan holding the camera? It's hilarious.
Dressed for St. Patrick's Day. They theme it. It's great.
Yeah, it's we try and do different themes. It is kind of stressful because, as any parent will tell you, you don't know how your kids are going to behave. So there's always an element of please behave, but there is also some the fact that we're filming it almost makes them behave better, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. I don't know if you remember this going way back on television. There would be like these shows where it would be the Danny Thomas show or whatever, and they wouldn't have their real kids as the kids, or Ozzie and Harriet. I guess that was actually their kids.
Yeah.
But in some of those shows, they'd have some kid try out to be their kid on TV.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about that?
The weird thing is, it's like there's that fine, but you don't want to ever go full Kardashian. Like, I think if we were in a non-coronavirus time period, I don't know if I would do something like this, because it is kind of stealing their privacy. Obviously, I asked them if they want to do it, and if any of them said no, I would just kick them out of the house. No, if any of them said no.
Send them to the rooms.
But it is one of those things where I don't know if I would do this in a non-coronavirus era. But I do feel like, I think we explained to them that there's some people trapped at home away from loved ones. And so maybe they want to eat with a family. And so we take questions, because it's a live stream. So there is some kind of, it's a small thing, but they understand that it's, we're in interesting times and people can use some kind of amusement.
Yeah, absolutely. And then to a degree, they can watch this and go, gosh, I really miss my kids. Then at times they may go, gosh, I kind of am glad I'm alone.
Right, exactly.
Don't take that.
Exactly. It's weird, as you guys know, we live in such a strange time. As a comedian, I had to cancel all these tour dates, and they're going to be rescheduled. So I always imagined during this time of quarantine that I was going to have all this downtime, when the reality is like, living at home, it's like a daycare. I'm running a daycare. It's really, it's chaotic. It's much harder than I thought it would be. I thought I'd be, reading. Shakespeare wrote, King Lear when
During
he
the
was
plague,
on
yeah.
quarantine. It's like that guy just ignored his kids.
Are you in the situation we're in? We're getting assignments from the teachers, and so we have the Corona school in our basement.
Yeah, we're officially on spring break, so I think my kids' schools are scrambling. But we're doing online tutoring, which is, because kids love, what they love most about school is the learning. So it's like, it's like remove the friend element and just the conversing with the teacher. So it's a bummer for them. I feel for them, but we've been just doing tutoring sessions, which is another, source of chaos. If the internet goes out, I don't know what we're going to do.
Do you have screen time limits during ordinary times, and have those regulations changed during this particular time?
Everything shifted a little later. We've been doing a family movie night every night, but, it's very much as it goes, and trying, it's also my kids there's moments where I can see that they're dealing with stress, and then that lasts for maybe a minute, and then they're back to but to answer your question, we try and hold it off till like after dinner.
Screen time. Yeah. How about this? By the way, we're speaking with the great comedian Jim Gaffigan, and Jim has many dates that will be rescheduled. And Jim is also a very fine actor.
Yes, I'd like to think that the Gaffigan movie night is just you showing them movies you've been in.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
It was like I really didn't put that kid in the trunk, okay?
That was one of his more serious
It's
roles.
American Dreamer. Watch that if you haven't. Okay.
Let me do it this way. What movies would you recommend? Feel-good movies, not necessarily ones you're in, but that would be acceptable.
Yeah. Obviously we've already gone through 6 nights of this, and so you lower your standards pretty quickly. But do you know what I mean? It's also, my youngest is 7, so it's not as if I can sit there and go, let's take a look at some of the nominees for the Academy Awards.
Right. Yeah.
We have to go, all right, Godzilla versus what?
Right.
But we watched Holes. My kids loved Holes.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
We rented the second Jumanji one, which is great. But now I'm already such a cheap bastard that I'm like, all right, what's free?
Yeah. Have you seen the Paddington movies?
No.
They're fabulous.
No, I haven't seen them.
They're great. They are so good. I highly recommend Paddington and Paddington 2. I think you'll really like. My youngest is 4, so we're kind of in the same situation. But Paddington's I think even Chick loved those.
I liked the first one
as
a
an
lot.
adult.
Yeah.
So I would certainly recommend.
I had heard they're good. The problem is my 14-year-old son has somehow seen every movie. He's, I don't know, he's just, if he like steals them online or something. But any movie we brought up, he's like, I've seen that. It was all right.
That's 14.
Yeah, well, you can find out exactly how that is delivered by his actual son if you watch Jim Gaffigan as he streams Dinner with the Gaffigans. Has its own theme song. And
really fun.
Somewhat primitive cinematography, but nonetheless, what did they used to call that? Cinema verite?
That's right, yeah.
Nice.
It's got kind of a Peter Berg style.
Yeah. Well, Jim is the best. I would also recommend many of Jim's comedy specials. For plenty of laughs that are available in various places on the internet. You'll have to ask Jim's son to tell you how you get them. Jim, it's always a great pleasure. You're the best. Thank you so much for calling.
Thanks so much. Everyone wash their hands.
Yes,
sir.
indeed.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll be watching you.
All right. Be safe, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Jim. You too.
Jim's current tour is called the
best to Jeannie.
Pale Tourist. And
Boy,
Jim's had been through quite a bit in the last couple of years.
he sure has, yeah.
And Jeannie's got a great book out there if you get a chance.
His wife had a
Brain
brain tumor
tumor.
removed.
When Life Gives You Lemons, I think is
Yeah,
the name
thank
of
you,
it.
Chick.
And,
Man, he's terrific.
He had a show about Jim Gaffigan being a comedian that was that his wife wrote with him and produced them. I loved that show. Kind of a sitcom-y thing with him traveling around New York doing comedy. Just so good. And the best part of it, did you ever see the show?
I never did.
Oh,
No, you know what I should look for?
His best friend doesn't get it. his best friend is this guy's not really cutting it in the world of comedy, but constantly talks down to him. Superstar. It's great. I would highly recommend that. Speaking of things I recommend, yesterday we... for my little girl, we had her watching this Lunch Doodles with Mo Willems.
Huh.
And it was Mo Willems teaching how to do like little animation. Finn was watching, she's 7. She was glued to this thing, doing drawings all afternoon for more than 2 hours. Loved it.
Cool.
So if you get a chance, if you've got someone who might fit that category, something great to do that's not just watching TV, but very active.
That'll be good for her, because I've seen some of her drawings, and yikes.
Hey, she's 7.
I got one right here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I mean, I
we
can't tell
saw.
who that. I mean, that's not.
It's obviously Santa Claus.
Let me tell you something. She can't sing either.
rather abstract, if you ask me.
What do you mean Finn can't sing? She sang your theme song.
Can't carry a tune.
See this? If you're watching, it says from Finn
to Dad.
Loves Santa. Obviously, it's Santa. He's got kind of an interesting hairline. Got the glasses, the beard.
Boy.
What's square?
Good psychiatrists have
That's
a
a Christmas.
What's the thing to the left?
Christmas tree in the background.
Couldn't draw water from a tap.
That says
What's that say?
2019.
Oh, okay.
Christmas, except the 2's backward.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
That's a
symbol.
failing photo.
It's a symbol like
failing
Prince
photo.
did.
Look it up.
Yeah.
I think that happens.
Okay, thank you very much.
So,
I think
I'm
that's
glad she's taking
lovely.
lessons finally.
Finn can't sing. You want to hear Finn sing?
Yes, I do.
Here she is.
Hey, Cookie, this is what you farted for.
Okay, wait a minute. I can't stand it. That's adorable.
It is adorable.
Right now, I want to remind you, in a time when you could use a break, how about this one? If you're a member of AAA, you want to head over to Napa Auto Parts because they've got their special 20% discount going for AAA members.
Even your car says AAA.
There you go. And by the way, this announcement kind of eats itself because if you go to Napa,
genius will never be recognized while I'm alive.
if you go to Napa and take care of your vehicle by getting the stuff you need, you won't be stranded at the side of the road having to call AAA to get towed.
Right.
So here's a great way to use both these things. Quality parts.
I told you to call the tow truck.
There you go. The towed truck. I like that. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Did I ever mention to you that I always was very upset at Disney World for taking down the wild ride?
I
Mr.
loved
Toad.
Mr. Toad's Wild
Loved
Ride.
it.
Yeah.
Apparently, no one else did but us.
You and I, yeah.
Let's get back to our friends at Napa. They've got this special offer for AAA members. I've been a member since I was 16 years old. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how at participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Exclusions may apply, may not be combined with other offers. This offer ends March 31st, 2020. Thank you, Napa. And check out Mr. Gaffigan. He's got this the live stream every night of Dinner with the Gaffigans. If you maybe just want to get away from your family and get into his, and it'll help.
He's got
you.
a pretty cute family.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
pretty fun.
But they'll
There are
drive
a lot
you,
of them.
They'll drive you just as crazy. Oh, I know well what that's like. Coming up, a new song from Pat Godwin.
Yes, sir.
And are we gonna redo the Gardner Minshew tribute?
Only if you ask me.
I want to do it next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey, Floyd, guess what? Bert Kreischer's calling in to promote his new latest Netflix special, Hey, Big Boy, which is available to stream now. Something to do while you're just stuck at home. Follow him at Bert, that's Bert with an E, or go to bertkreischer.com for more info on the special and his upcoming projects. It's a Thursday. We're here live in studio. Thanks so much for joining us. More coming up on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment update. Willie Nelson's Luck Reunion Festival had to be called off because of the new coronavirus, but now performers are going to be playing for tips online tonight. It was supposed to be today in Nelson's backyard in Luck, Texas, featuring Nelson, Jewel, Lucinda Williams, Paul Simon, Edie Brickell, Margot Price, Randy Houser, and others. The musicians now are going to live stream their performances for free, and you can opt to contribute to a digital tip jar. Blake Shelton doing his part to fight the new coronavirus. He's growing his mullet back. Shelton swears on Twitter it's for real, and he's doing it as a symbol of hope or something like that. He says he and Gwen Stefani made the decision together. And Bonnaroo's Place, as one of the first festivals of the summer, has now been turned into one of the first festivals of the fall. Bonnaroo has been rescheduled for September 24th through the 27th in Manchester, Tennessee, in response to the new coronavirus outbreak. It was set to go June 11th through the 14th. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Well, Jerry, this time we've really done it. We went and caught the crabs.
That's right, Dino. Pubic enemy number one. Let's tell those girls how we feel.
Strangers in my shorts, I keep on scratching.
Strangers in my shorts, these eggs keep hatching.
With each and every itch, I'm reminded of you.
No wonder those girls were so easy, Dino.
We met at that motel down by the ocean.
Now I'm back at home with my Quell lotion.
Trying to forget our little rendezvous. Strangers in my shorts, they're multiplying. Strangers in my shorts, why aren't they dying?
I'm sitting here at home with my little comb. The medicine the doctor gave doesn't work, I'll have to shave.
Every time I look, they make me shudder.
These aren't the kind of crabs you eat with butter.
Oh, life is so unkind with strangers in my shorts.
Here, Jerry, put on some more of this Quell lotion.
I don't know, Dino. It makes my pubes look all greasy.
That's perfectly natural, Pally. They call that a Jerry curl.
Oh, hey, Dino, knock, knock.
Who's there?
No more.
No more who?
No more Mr. Lice Guy. I'm getting tired of these things.
Come on, Jerry, it's time to sing. We've hardly scratched the surface.
Strangers in my shorts, she was enticing.
Strangers in my shorts, and I'm delicing.
I'm praying that someday
these damn things go away.
How could I know our romance would lead to critters in my pants?
Hey, it's not so bad.
Not like a shanker.
I think I'll call her up
so you can thank her.
I have grown attached to strangers in my shorts.
Strangers in your briefs.
Whoa, Pally, I don't mean to be crabby, but I'm not taking this too well. Jerry, call the exterminator.
Yeah, you did some porking. Now you gotta call Orkin.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Comedian Greg Hahn.
I play golf.
Oh, yeah.
I love golf.
I
I got a lot of golf. Every hole, like 14,000 strokes. That's a lot of golf. You know what I mean? I look like a propeller out there just swinging away. I love golf. I swing with one hand. I don't even use two hands. I don't care. I hit that ball as hard as I can, walk 6 feet, and hit it again. Every hole I use the driver. Par 3, I don't want to see a 7-iron. I let the big dog eat. I grip and rip it. You give me a golf cart, a 12-pack, and a lake, I'll show you how to have fun all day. You ever wonder how far a golf cart can go in a lake before it sinks? You ever wonder? 13 feet! I love golf. What a sport. It's a good sport, because if you yell 4, you get to hit people with your ball. That's nice. People with houses on the golf course, they're always complaining, if you bounce the ball off their roof. They should shut up and wear a helmet.
821 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, legendary Ace Cosby. And now Christy Lee with the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers and thunderstorms today, high 67. Thunderstorms early, then cloudy skies 60. Showers early on Friday, and then the temperature will fall dramatically, topping out at 66, falling to 45 by afternoon. 48 now.
How many showers did you take yesterday?
I took 2. I took one when I got home, and I took one this morning. So I guess that's
very good.
Since I saw you.
Josh?
I'm sorry, what'd you ask me?
How many showers?
One a day? Why?
Ask me.
How many showers you take, Chick?
Every hour. On the hour.
That's the way to go. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are here. It's the 19th of March, 2020. The world is a different place. but we're happy to be
The world
here.
is a vampire.
Yeah,
Great song.
These are odd times, but let's move forward here. Got some nice letters. We are worldwide streaming the show on YouTube. And, of course, as always, worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations like this one. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And we have a full cast and crew here. We're going to be joined by one of my only friends. Al
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, they've been thinning down lately. Al Jackson.
Are you running them off?
The great comedian has joined us on the phone. I think, Al, you there?
I am always here for you, Tom.
Oh,
Come on,
thank
baby.
you, Al. Well, I want to check in with you just a second. First, I got to say, Ace Cosby will not be saying hello to you today, Al. He's on temporary probation. He's in the building operating the equipment. However, we are not allowing Ace to speak today. I forget why, but I'm sure I had a good reason.
Don't let him silence you, brother.
You were, yeah.
All right.
Okay. The probation is lifted, Ace. You can talk again.
It's great to be here today.
Chick McGee is at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Christy, of course, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. This is Tom speaking. We're joined by Al Jackson on the track phone hotline. In the sidekick chair, it's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
And then Pat Godwin itching to play a song, including the all-new tribute song to the great Jacksonville starting quarterback Gardner Minshew. We'll get to that. Al, so what's happening? Are you holed up in Denver?
I am. I'm holding it down, but just this bidet life. It's just been, it's just changed my life because it just, you know, bidet when I got back from Japan after that USL tour, but people laughed, Tom. They mocked me.
Yep.
They asked me questions. But now, while you guys scramble for TP, guess who's enjoying a warm lightsaber of love every morning, every afternoon?
So you actually bought a bidet. I don't know if you saw this in the news, Al, but in all truth, bidet sales are in fact up.
Of course.
Yes. I should have invested. I should have put my money not mouth is.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of toilet paper news, and there's really no need to hoard it. It will be.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
There are great truck drivers out there that are, among other things, delivering food. And oh, by the way, I got a nice, interesting letter from a guy driving a truck, because these truck drivers, these ladies and gents, need to eat, and in some cases they can only go to drive-throughs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they can't, in many cases,
drive their semi.
Yeah, so
there.
if you see, that's what's going on. If you see a truck driver standing there.
Yeah. I never thought.
I never thought about that.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
and well, it's important, and we just got a nice note from Lonnie about.
Do you
that.
know what's? I talked to a truck driver one time on the road, and it was really interesting. He, you know, because I always ask people where the best places to eat are in whatever city I'm in. Like, I like to go to the mom and pop shops because I feel like you can go to a chain restaurant anywhere, but I always want to. I'm like, what's the best place? And this truck driver said, wherever you are, if you want to know the best place to eat, ask a truck driver. Because if you think about it, they go all over the country. So in every little city, they're like, oh, here's the best place to get a pecan pie. Here's this place got the best cup of coffee in the city. So, like, I always talk to truck drivers because they know what's up with the food.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and a lot of them are out there working hard, driving around.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah. Now, what is the status of your show? Uh-oh.
For 2 weeks.
Sorry.
That started yesterday, and
So
then
2
they
weeks
called us
off?
last night.
Yeah,
it was 2 weeks off.
Yeah, you cut out. That's why.
Yeah, we had to yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got 2 weeks off, and we got a phone call yesterday about 4 o'clock, and it said, see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. So that was my 2 weeks yesterday. So we're back on the air today.
Okay.
So,
It's the Daily Blast. Yeah, you have to be live because these are very unusual times. We've got to make sure that we can respond because everything changes at any given hour.
People need you. We need you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's like, dude, I don't like sitting around, y'all. They were like, do you want to come back to work? I was like, yes, I'm bored.
Yeah.
It's only so many shows you can binge.
Yeah.
How many times you can use your bidet?
Okay. How many times did you shower yesterday, Chick?
Every hour on the hour.
Okay. Ace?
Once, 3 a.m.
Just the one time? Okay.
Yeah.
Christy, 2?
3 a.m. Did you kill a guy?
I showered when I got home from work, and I showered this morning before I left to come back to work because I know how you are.
Got home from work, took all my clothes off, showered.
Please, dear God.
I'd already put all my clothes.
Are we going to go through this?
Put all my clothes in the oiling cycle. So
See, this is why you want to get back to work, Al. Tom's not there. See?
Lysoled my shoes.
Yep.
Even washing.
I know these are all
jackets.
real things.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, and it's only getting worse by the minute. Yeah.
Okay, just trying to protect yourself. Wash your hands, everybody. Make sure you do that. Well, Al, even though these are weird times, I guess it's time for me to become a little more streetwise with your assistance. Did you have a little quiz for me today?
I do. And I don't know if you noticed, Tom, I've been having themes with these quizzes, just like whatever inspires me that week. And you know what inspires me? Because we need a little inspiration right now. My man, Alex Trebek, he's doing the damn thing. I really respect him. Obviously, he's dealing with what he's dealing with like a soldier. So how about we do the quiz this week, Jeopardy style?
Okay.
So I'm going to give
terrific.
you the answer, and you tell me the question. How about that, Tommy?
I'm ready.
All right. And this is all about dances in the hip hop community, which I'm sure you're very fluent on, Tom. So this is going to be, we're going 5 for 5, baby.
Well,
with the extra 3 free throw. All right, here we go, Tom.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah.
You're a smart man, chick. Push your chips to the middle of the table.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, this dance in the mid to late 90s was named after a famous movie animated cartoon. What was the name of that dance?
You got it. You know this. It's a cartoon character that you don't particularly care for.
I think someone taught you this online, I think. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Form of a question, remember.
I know. It's like, what is the Dewey or something? Or
No.
Is it?
It's a movie you did not care for.
What is what is the Roger Rabbit?
There you go.
That is correct.
Well, he gave
and
me a
Chris,
hint.
if you could pull up a YouTube for Tom, it's quite enjoy it. All right, Tom, let's keep it going.
What if Al is actually a Westworld robot, and that's not his phone line cutting out like that?
It's him cutting out.
It's his voice.
Yes. My kids are watching Westworld right now. Thanks for bringing that up.
What's the problem?
That I can't follow that show. It's just too much.
Me either.
I want to
I'm
get
with
into
you.
it.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
I want to
It
get
makes
into
me
it,
feel
man.
dumb.
You know.
Ugh.
Okay, this is a
looks
dance
cool.
called the Roger Rabbit. No idea.
Okay.
But let's
I thought it was the Dougie.
That's what I was going for, but I couldn't.
There's a Dougie as well.
Yeah.
But Dougie doesn't. Does Dougie have a? Did they have a movie? Maybe.
I thought the Dougie had a cartoon. Was it Doug or something? Or maybe that.
Doug is a cartoon.
I'm
yeah,
confusing my.
Yeah, but I'm saying animated movie.
Right,
then
right.
That kind of.
Let's get my next question. I'm ready.
All right, Tom. This line dance is played at every gathering with people over 40 years old.
Now this could be a few. I
Yeah,
think.
there are a couple. Right?
The chicken dance.
That's not really a line dance, though.
Except that one.
The what is it? The halva.
What is?
What's the one where you kick your legs out? The halva. What's that called?
That's not what.
What?
What?
That's the akimbo.
Will you? What does he say? Is he even a human being?
No,
What are you?
he's
Chick,
not.
chick, don't let him get you upset.
What is the electric slide?
I will accept that, but there's
what is the electric slide would be the correct way to.
There's also another slide, right?
Yes, chick, go ahead and tell him.
The cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide.
I'd take the cha-cha slide or the Cupid shuffle.
Cupid
I would
shuffle.
take-
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that's what I was
Cupid
thinking.
shuffle. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
What?
All right, I will take the electric slide.
To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right.
Yeah.
Now walk it by yourself. Now. Come on.
I've never heard it.
Never been to a wedding reception.
Apparently not.
Been outside of the house.
Never been in
I like to
public,
take
huh?
notes when the best man gives those great speeches. And I just let you love that. And then there was the time the whole frat locked him in the trunk of the limo naked with the hooker. Hey, Grandma, what do you think of that?
I remember when you told me you'd never marry this bitch.
Hell, half the guys in the frat did her.
Especially after I dated her.
Don't you just love those speeches? Has anyone ever compiled homemade videos of bad best man speeches?
There have to be thousands because
Yes.
people are hammered.
Yeah.
I think in a weird way we do the best man speech at the wedding, but we should do them at the bachelor party, at the bar.
Yeah.
People write them thinking they're like for the bar because they're
Right.
drunk, but you forget that there's somebody's niece and somebody's great grandmother sitting there, and
Yeah.
you're talking about God knows what.
There have to be rough maid of honor speeches too. Sure.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Even
But
though you said he was the smallest penis man you ever met.
It's not everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
all the girls at the sorority always called him, "Hey, backdoor man's here."
Well, there's so much. I think with the bachelorette speech, it's like there's so much. A lot of times, especially with women, guys are just like we're just simple, stupid creatures. But women, there's like a little bit of like low level frustration and jealousy, and it comes out in those speeches. So they'll just be like, "Okay, Christy, it's your day again. You're always the star. Have fun."
Yes.
And everybody's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. What are the other dances they always do at weddings? Don't they?
Hokey pokey.
Oh, the hokey pokey.
Hokey pokey.
Yeah, chicken dance, and then the.
I can do that one. I like
what's the
dances
to-
that
what's
they
the
tell you what
toga
to
one?
do.
Well, the Cupid Shuffle.
Time was when you went to a wedding, you danced the hokey pokey.
That's right.
And you had a lovely time. They threw out the garter.
Oh, yes. You knew a woman was a round heels if she did the hokey pokey.
That's exactly right. Then they deliver the ice and you could have a cocktail.
And if she
the
was
Cupid
smoking a
Shuffle.
cigarette, she took it in the rear.
You said she'll put that in her mouth.
The Cupid Shuffle does tell you what to do. That's
I've
one of the
honestly never
beauties
heard
of the
it. I
dance.
must not have been paying attention.
Yes.
Tom, that's making me upset. Let's keep going. That's
I have for 1 second, Al. I do have apparently a little bit of the audio of the Cupid Shuffle.
Got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscles.
You've always said you love songs like this.
I
Tell
do.
you what to do.
If you're young or you're old. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
Is this CeeLo?
To the left, to the left, to the left.
No.
Sorry.
No, any high singing black man is not CeeLo, okay? It's okay, though.
It was a fair guess, wasn't it, Al?
No, it
guess.
wasn't.
That was a fair. Yes, it was a fair.
I think it is, too.
Fair's not the word I'd use for that guess, okay?
Sorry.
I'm going to go home and have a dance party now at the girls. That'll be fun.
All right, Al, we got to move
That sounds
forward.
like something else, Christy.
What else have we got here,
sorry.
Al?
All right, Tom. This is a tough one, but you got this, bro. Especially, I thought the Cupid Shuffle was a giveaway, so this one's going to be a rough one.
Never heard.
All right, Tom. This dance was rebirthed, not as a dance, but as an internet challenge that took the country by storm 3 years ago. And I will give you a hint. The name of a city is in this dance.
Is this the ice bucket thing?
No, but it
based off of Ice
came
Bucket,
right
Oregon.
after that.
My God, man. How out of... Seriously, it's much worse than we've all
Not only
thought.
is it not a town, it's not a dance.
Out of touch doesn't
What
cover
is
this guy.
what is the New York hustle?
No, but you're on the right track.
You
think
are.
black folks, Tom.
You are.
Think. a
What
place
is
where
the
black people live.
Harlem Shuffle?
There you go.
Yes.
I'll give it to you. It's the Harlem Shake, Tom. You got it. I'll
Sorry.
give you that one.
I used to live right above Harlem.
Well, I'm sure, yeah.
Helicopter?
In your mind,
Right, yeah, exactly.
No, I
Well, therefore, I'm familiar with I'm familiar with the Harlem.
no,
I know
I lived
about
on
the
West
Harlem.
West 118th Street, right above Morningside Park.
God.
yeah.
Which, if you've ever been there, it overlooks Harlem. There's a cliff.
Sure, you look down on it.
A safe enough distance, I think, you know. I'm talking
the way a
about-
mean king would.
That's right. Yes.
So the answer is, what is the Harlem Shake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Joffrey. Okay, let's go with the next one.
We got time for one more, Al.
All right, Tom. This one's a little bit. You got this one. You're a man with a sweet tooth. This dance referenced an old school candy, an old school chocolate candy that you would probably enjoy, called the Tootsie Roll. When they asked to see your Tootsie Roll, what were they talking about, Tom?
Whoa. Is this an anatomical answer?
Yes, doctor, it is.
Is it scatological?
No, it is not.
Because I used to have a cat.
It is.
It was show us your Tootsie Roll parade and let's see your bowel movement.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Hell of a dance.
That was a dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the dance is to show us your Tootsie Roll?
Let
Yes,
me see that Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
And that is a name. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Tootsie Roll is not in the name?
What?
Tootsie Roll's the only thing in the song.
That's the only thing in the song. It's a Tootsie Roll.
Okay, so what am I being questioned about?
What part of the body? What part of the body are they asking you to shake?
If I say, Christy, show me your Tootsie Roll, what do I want her to do?
Oh, so then I was wrong. If the lady can have one.
Oh, Tom.
Show me your Tootsie Roll. This isn't like logically. What would it? It makes no sense. I mean, what would you like your dirt button?
I mean, you know what I'm listening to in my headphones?
Another show.
Nice soft jazz.
Is it shaking your chest? Rolling the Tootsies? No.
No.
I really don't know.
Your butt. Think about the way like a big butt black woman looks. Her butt looks like a Tootsie Roll on the back of her back.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
Baby got back, same Tootsie Roll. No.
We're talking a foreign
I
language
appreciate
to
you,
him.
Chick. You tried.
I'm familiar with Baby Got Back.
Well, sure.
I've heard that song.
Did you hear Lot say he made $100 million on that song, which I believe?
Yeah, I do too.
That song has been like in the lexicon of the world for the last 25 years. Like you can't say we got back and somebody's like, hey, like everybody knows that song. It's
I
crazy.
remember the beginning. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Right. He's an honest man.
That's right.
Yeah, he's.
Yes, it's
Yes.
And I
feel
was
like
recently,
he introduced butts.
He did,
Yeah.
He definitely.
I think before him it was boobs, and now, I think so. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, you think about like what a women in fitness magazine would be in like the late 70s, early 80s. It'd be like Suzanne Summers in like a onesie, and it'd be like.
Uh-oh. We just
We're
lost
losing,
him.
yeah.
We lost him.
And now it's like everybody's got booty. And thank the Lord
All
for that.
of us,
Well, thank you.
thanks.
And you
Al,
can go on YouTube and watch Mix-a-Lot's knighting ceremony from the Queen way back when that happened.
when you became Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Yeah. It was
Hey, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
very special.
Can you imagine that?
Before me, Mix-a-Lot.
He sits down at a restaurant, every waiter comes up, well, hello, Mr. Mix-a-Lot. I want to tell you that I too like big butts and I cannot lie.
yeah.
But he gets that not today. But
Every
Al,
day,
thank you very much.
1,000
Watch the
times.
Daily Blast with Al Jackson. It's back on the air.
Yes, today. I love y'all.
Or on the internet near you. Thank you very much.
Can we open up
Love
a
you,
bakery? A bakery
Think
called
so.
I Like Big Bunts and I Cannot Lie?
Oh, bunt cakes?
Yeah.
Well, there is a bunt cake
yes, there-
place.
Nothing bunt cake, yeah.
Yeah.
How about buns? I like big buns in a can.
Oh, yeah.
It's right
How about
there.
that?
You're right, it
Could
is.
be
yeah.
hot cross buns. It's that time of year. It's Lent.
Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking about.
I can play hot cross buns on a viola.
Can you?
Everything's wonderful.
Go buy one, won't you, right now? I want to
cross buns
remind
are
you
for
that you've been overpaying all these years for razors. A couple of guys figured that out several years ago, and they created Harry's Razors. They said, what's the best thing about a razor? Well, you want to have great steel. And they also understood what's the stupidest thing you're doing? You're paying double what you should be paying. So they got the best steel out there by going to a steel factory and then going to Germany, having the razor blades made there. And then guess what they're doing? They're selling them for about half the price of those more expensive blades. It's Harry's Razors, and this is the best offer ever to try the Harry's trial set. And it's appropriate because you don't have to go to the drugstore and touch the boxes that have all been contaminated by the fellow patrons because they'll mail them to you at Harry's. This amazing offer is just for Bob and Tom Show listeners. New customers get $5 off the trial set. I'll make this even more clear. You go to harrys.com, type in the code Bob and Tom. What do you get? You get the 5-blade razor with the beautiful weighted, ergonomically correct handle. Foaming shave gel, travel cover all for $3 plus free shipping. So how much is the shipping, Josh?
That's free. Yeah.
So far your gross payout is $3 when you use the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. The best razors ever. We figured you save about $100 a year if you switch to Harry's. So go to harrys.com, use the code Bob and Tom, enjoy a great shave at a great price. Once again, $3, free shipping. Try the great razors from Harry's. Once again, the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Bert Kreischer. We're coming back with this new song?
Yes.
Okay, we're all excited about it.
Yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the laughter after the Bob and Tom show. Ace Cosby steps in to host Bob and Tom's Work Farce. All the fun without really too much effort. Keep the smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what you're up to. That is, if you have any coworkers, probably just working from home like a lot of folks. But that's all right. Keep your spirits up. We'll be here for you. Try to make you laugh. That's what we do. Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the OriginsHoles.com Sports Desk with the Bob and Tom Sports Update. The new NFL year has started. Free agent contracts and trades have begun. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers enter free agency with expectations of signing six-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Tom Brady. That deal could be announced today. A person familiar with the trade says the Jaguars have agreed to send quarterback Nick Foles to the Bears for a compensatory fourth-round draft pick. They're dumping Foles just over a year after giving the former Super Bowl MVP a 4-year, $88 million contract. And the Denver Broncos have acquired five-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman Jarrell Casey from the Tennessee Titans. And people familiar with the situation say that Major League Baseball is considering skipping their amateur draft this year, putting off the next international signing period as a way to preserve cash while games are affected by the new coronavirus. Major League Baseball proposed crediting full Major League service for 130 games or more and proportional service for a shorter season. The union wants a full season of service, even if no games are played. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
On your mark, get set.
Come on, Fred. Come on. I have to run faster. Come on, Fred.
And Fred Johnson finishes a disappointing fourth in the 100-yard dash.
Hey, Fred, what happened back there, man? You used to always beat me. What's up?
My trainer says it's excess gas.
Really?
Yeah, he says I'm bloated with excess gas, and that's slowing me down.
Here, try one of these. See if this will make a difference.
What is it?
It's a fart-right anal strip.
Oh, yeah! Everyone has heard about the nasal strips that athletes wear to allow them to get enough air. But did you know that it's just as important for an athlete to discharge a sufficient amount of gas? That's why Frigaball Industries developed the Fart-Right Anal Strip. Simply drop your drawers, pull out the adhesive bandage-looking device, and stick it to your buttocks. The Fart-Right Anal Strip pulls your cheeks apart to create an optimum air passageway. Oh, wearing a Fart-Right Anal Strip can make a world of difference in your performance.
A few days later.
Okay, Fred, I'm going to take you down again today, man.
I don't think so, Bill. Not this time. I'm wearing a fart-right anal strip.
On your mark, get set.
Come on. Come on, do your stuff. Come on. Come on. Do your stuff.
And the winner is Fred Johnson.
Whoa. Hey, great race, Fred. Hey, look, you cut 0.3 of a second off your personal best.
Yeah, I cut more than that. Thanks to you and fart-right anal strips.
Fart-Right Anal Strips. Buy some today and see how they can improve your performance. No matter what sport you're involved in, Fart-Right Anal Strips can make a difference. Hey, how about tennis?
Quiet, please. Miss Swenson to serve.
Oh, golf.
He lines up the putt, and that one appears to be breaking our way. It's no. Pirate, back to you. It's coming our way. Pirate, take it away, please.
Even weightlifting.
He's trying to lift 800 pounds. Let's watch and listen. He's done it. A new record for the deadlift.
More like something crawled up inside him and died lift. They ought to outlaw these fart-right anal strips.
Fart-Right Anal Strips. Help you to put underachieving behind you. Fart-Right Anal Strips. Available in small, medium, and J-Lo. J-Lo.
Oh, my.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
There's a trend that I've been noticing in watching the news that who are
these people that protest death row inmates when the prisoner wants to die? The word nosy comes to mind. It's inhumane. It's inhumane. Oh, yeah, because he was real human. A lot of humans keep a freezer full of heads. They're so self-righteous out there on the picket line. Stop the killing. Stop the killing. No, I think you're missing the point here. He wants to die. State wants him dead. Families want him dead. Oh, but you want him to live. Fine. He can live with you. And when he's done drinking soup out of your skull, dabbing his mouth with your peace pamphlet, we'll come by.
848 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
It certainly is. Thank you very much. Now, we've got some Guns N' Roses tickets coming up in a little more than an hour, so be listening for that. That show is set for Friday, August 21st at Lucas Oil Stadium, and we'll have those tickets coming up today. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Chick McGee across the way at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. This is Tom speaking. That would be Josh in the sidekick chair.
Hi.
Ace Cosby is our engineer. He's been taken off no-talking probation.
Yeah.
Which is why the Ace Cosby joke of the day will be occurring momentarily.
All right.
Pat Godwin's got the guitar out, or is it the keyboard?
Guitar.
I don't see it.
It's right here.
Okay, there. I guess it's kind of handy to have it in your lap.
Yeah, you have to sit there and hold that the whole time.
Of all the things you two can fight about, you're fighting about how ready is he.
I know he's been itching to do this song all
We
morning
had an
long.
issue this morning. I want to get to it.
And then we have, let's see, Christy Lee's right there at the...
Please, Pat, retell us the story that your buddy Tom, the comment that he made to you yesterday morning while you two were sitting in the break room.
He came in, there was a pause, he was making some tea. He goes, did your dad die with a full head of hair?
While staring down at Pat's head. That's a buddy.
That's a perfectly fair question. The answer was he did.
Full head of hair, yeah.
What did he say to you today that cost you?
Oh, it happened at 5:15 a.m.
Yeah?
Yeah. We'll get to that whole story song in a second.
Okay.
Oh.
Tom, did your dad have good hair?
He had a little more than I did.
Okay. How about Chick? What about you?
Oh, full head of hair.
Oh, really?
Like Neil Diamond. Yeah.
Wow. My dad was like Tom.
But my uncles on my mom's side, they had that Ted Kennedy, Ted Kaczynski, Ron White, just like way all the hair in the world.
Wow.
I don't know how that gene skipped.
I don't think my dad
Thanks,
made it old enough for his hair to fall out.
Let's bring some sorrow and sadness into this.
There's only one way to top that. Ace, how about your dad?
He left when I was born.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh,
Josh.
Lord.
Gee.
Our work is done.
Jiminy crickets.
And stood us up when we tried to see him, if you'll recall.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that?
This would be a great time to not pass along any details.
Oh, boy.
A little bit of music there from...
Sorry, Ace.
Where was I? Oh, I know. I was
We're
introducing
believers.
people. I was, thank you, believers. Yeah, I was introducing Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
And that was the end.
And we
Of the
drove
Bob and-
Thankfully, there's happy news.
The Bob
with
and
Chris.
Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, what?
Does your dad still have a full head of hair?
He did when he passed away.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wait a minute, what was the obvious? What about
Me? I mentioned that my dad
Oh,
was like Tom. He did not have a full head of hair when he passed.
You done now?
He was cremated with his hat. Did you want to hear that?
No. No.
Was he really?
Yeah, he insisted.
Oh.
Yeah. He had a hat that he...
Wanted to keep his head.
Okay, now
he didn't want you
I'm
to get
out.
germs on it. Why didn't he leave it to you to wear around it?
Why do I have a feather in my ashes?
Look, Larry would be laughing at all this.
And maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
I like to think he is. Yeah.
Yes.
Another 5 minutes
Of course
back
he
on your
is.
heads, right? That's something like that. No, I don't know what that means.
He loved that joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Josh's dad, a super badass. He was a Vietnam combat
Way to
veteran.
check that.
I've got photos. He was a medal recipient.
Yes.
I have the medals.
Great America. What the hell's wrong with you guys? Oh, I know, Pat. Which tune are we doing here?
I thought we were doing the joke of the day.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Christ.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, I thought we'd already brought the show down enough.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Talk about pressure.
And now the comedy's time.
And now here's
What kind of
Ace
gold?
Cosby with a joke.
What kind of gold is afraid of spiders?
No,
kind
we
of
did that
gold?
one yesterday.
That was yesterday's
That sure was. It was so good, you guys.
reset. Let's do a reset here.
Are you listening to the same show we are?
If we
That was
could
a good
find,
joke
if we could
yesterday.
find him, Ace's dad would enjoy this joke.
Yeah, I was at a friend's ranch before this
Quarantine.
Yeah. And he has a bunch of horses. And he wanted to find out which horse was the most popular. You know what he did? Took a gallop poll. Gallop poll, chick.
That is stupid.
I heard it.
Yeah,
I heard it fine.
That is one
Yeah.
dumb joke. Okay.
I don't even. Is there a Gallup poll anymore? I don't
Oh
know if
yeah,
there is.
they still have that.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah,
pretty
Gallup
sure.
is still one of the main.
Yeah.
We have
Especially during the
Does this,
political-
does this need a setup? Which I don't know which tune you're doing.
The song speaks for itself, but this actually happened this morning at around 5:15.
It's a true story.
It's a
I
true
love these.
story. I told you all about it.
Yeah.
About 5:15 a.m. I was writing my songs where I belong, a little show called Bob and Tom. In walked a man with Purell in his hand, and Tom was looking at you know who.
Oh yeah.
Hey there, Pat, with your hair dyed black. You can't be close, please move. Go over there, there's plenty room to spare, or this might be the end of you. Tommy says, oh, won't you give me 6 feet? Give me 6 feet, Patty. Give me 6 feet by the door. Give me 6 feet, give me 6 feet, Patty, or you won't be working here no more.
All right.
Well, every word is true. I
no
just
doubt.
asked him to stand over there.
It actually happened.
Yeah.
We should probably spread out. Maybe Josh, maybe you should sit over there by Chick, and then Christy could sit in that one over there.
We could.
I'm surprised you haven't moved us yet.
I'm surprised you're still in the room
surprised you're
with
in
us.
the room.
Well, I
you
didn't-
know why you can't move? Because all his stuff is here. We're going to have to move.
Well, that's a great suggestion.
No, he wants all of us to stay home.
No.
I don't want to
You'd be-
stay
you'd
home.
be too distracted.
Oh, boy, would I.
Okay, now.
No, I wouldn't be distracted at all. I'd be concentrating on what's in front of me. That's what I'd be doing.
And I wanted to kind of clarify. I read this letter from one of the truck drivers listening, and this is a really great point. That a lot of the trucks that are out there doing a lot of the work, because of the nature of restaurants and stuff in many places that are closed, if a trucker wants to grab some lunch, he or she can't go to the drive-through in many cases. So if you see a truck driver waiting in a parking lot, maybe offer to go to the drive-through for them.
Yeah.
And go through, and so they can keep on picking up your trash and delivering your bread and your toilet paper and your eggs.
Yes.
Maybe the drive-through people would make an exception and let them walk up.
I hope so. I
would
hope
hope so,
But
too.
sometimes they won't because
Yeah.
there are probably insurance reasons and stuff.
And there are a lot of people that can't possibly ad-lib a fart at a baked bean dinner. As Johnny Carson used to say.
Yeah.
The rules say you have to do it this way.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not going to.
And my supervisor is an idiot, and
And be courteous to the truckers on the road, please. When their blinker is on and they want to get over, don't
'em.
speed up. Let them over. Man.
Yeah, I agree. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Bert Kreischer, and I guess we're going to have to do our song later.
Well, do whatever you want. You're in charge.
Well, I want to hear the Gardner Minshew song. Sorry. Now, we'll be back with that and Bert Kreischer, the great comedian. Next, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out one spot, bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to our social media sites. Bob and Tom VIP can be accessed from that site as well, and of course much more. Don't forget you can email us requests, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. If there's a request, a bit, a song, a comedian you haven't heard in a while and would like to hear it or share it with a friend or a family member, let us know. We'll see if we can't get it on for you. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with another update. The Senate has approved and President Donald Trump has signed a $100 billion plus bill to boost testing for the coronavirus and guarantee paid sick leave for millions of workers hit by it. Lawmakers in the White House have already turned their focus to the administration's far bigger $1 trillion plan to stabilize the economy as the pandemic threatens financial ruin for individuals and businesses. The centerpiece of Trump's economic rescue plan is to dedicate $500 billion to start issuing direct payments to Americans by early next month. The Trump administration also announced most individuals and businesses will be allowed to delay paying their federal tax bills for 90 days as part of an emergency relief plan. But you got to take note, you still have to file on time. Only the payment has delayed. Once again, delayed payments are now due July 15th. You must file by April 15th. Last month, Wuhan was overwhelmed with thousands of new cases of coronavirus each day. But in a dramatic development, Chinese authorities say Wuhan and its surrounding province have no new cases to report. This news offered as a rare glimmer of hope as we battle the virus and perhaps a lesson in the strict measures needed to halt its spread. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
As I was sitting on my cot in the Limerick prison, I was about to make some moonshine in the toilet that we pissin'. But the hand sanitizer that we used to make our whiskey was alcohol free. Did you think you'd slip it past me, Warden? How dumb-a-doo do you think that we are? Shank for our jailer, oh, shank for our jailer. There's no hooch in our Pirello. It's a little wordy, Tom, but I'm going to work on
Bob
it.
and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I do this for everybody that still has more vinyl records than they do CDs. I got a dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I've played each one of them over and over, at least a dozen times or more. All I've got is a beat-up chair, a mattress, a fork, and another to spare, and that dusty old pile of records on my floor. I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead in the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, got Clark, Van Halen. I got Rita, Chris, Keith, Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the Fish, you know. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. And that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all my clothes, and the other was all them old records of mine. The lady said I could only bring one bag. I had two, oh what a drag. I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. But I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead in the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, got Clark, Van Halen. I got Rita, Chris, Keith, Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the Fish, you know. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. I got all the Booker T's, Tom T. Halls, Bobby Bear, Belafonte, and the New York Dolls, Billy Joe, Jimmy Croce, Kiss, Crosby.
Hey, who was the worst was Ouch. Ouch. Remember that guy?
Hey, you're on.
Hey, how's it going? Hi, it's 902 Q95.
We're going to talk with Bert Kreischer in just a second. A man, a shirtless man, A funny man. Looking forward to talking to Bert. A quick word from Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers, thunderstorms, high 67, currently 48 degrees. Looking for a new car? Well, how about my friends at Westgate Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram?
If they can't do it, nobody.
That's right. They can't do it. They can beat the clock and guarantee you a great, I said clock. You can win $2,500 by getting their great deal on a Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. If you get a better deal, they'll give you $2,500.
Hey, let me get it.
That's how you win.
Guess what season's around the corner? Today's the first day of spring?
Yes.
It's the Jeep season.
That's right. So hurry to Westgate. You have nothing to lose, maybe thousands to gain. Get you a Jeep Wrangler. And for a guaranteed best deal or $2,500, you won't find a better deal than the Buzzer Beater sales event.
You know, the Grand Cherokee was voted the best radio of any vehicle.
I love my Grand Cherokee.
Very, very nice.
Just off Highway 40 next to Coles in Plainfield. Or you can check them out online anytime from the safety of your own home.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This may be Christy may walk out on us.
No, I'm not going to walk out. I haven't done anything today. This is great.
If Christy got up and walked out, you know what? Good for you, girl.
No.
It's about time.
Good for you,
girlfriend.
No one would miss me.
Oh, we all miss you, Christy.
I haven't done one story today. It's the best day of my life.
Coming up.
I haven't done one joke.
It's not going to get any better.
I've done 2 songs, but they were nothing.
Ace is done.
Ace has done all the work.
Yeah, he's talked.
Yeah, he's really something.
Heavy lifting.
I think we have do we have a Mr. Kreischer? Is that okay? Oh, good. Well, let's there's Ace, that's Chick. There's Josh, I'm Tom. That's Pat Godwin. Christy Lee is right there. We do have Mr. Bert Kreischer joining us on the telephone. Hey, Bert, how are you? Where are you?
I'm in L.A. I'm holed up. I've got a gun. Now, listen, I'm going to need help, okay?
All right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm in my man cave naked.
Okay. You have a robe on. That was the last update I saw.
Yeah, no pants, but I have a robe on.
Yeah, that's
now.
Yeah, you know, look, my kids. We're in quarantine. My kids are going to have to deal with the fact they're probably going to see me naked a couple times.
Oh, hey!
Well, Bert, actually, first of all, congratulations on your timing. Great time to release a Netflix special.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, right.
And I'm looking at the poster here, and it's Bert Kreischer, Hey Big Boy, now streaming on Netflix. And you're the guy that probably should be wearing a shirt at the pool. I think that's not because of sunburn. You're just that guy, right?
What?
Yeah, I should be, but I grew up in Florida, so I don't see I have positive body image issues.
So now the fact that you've just released Bert Kreischer, Big Boy, on Netflix, did you plan this whole?
Yeah, I've been working with the Chinese government for about 6 months, and you'd be shocked how hard it is to catch a bat in a cave in Hunan, then have sex with it, then get it to feed it in a soup and make it taste good. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of hard work, but I'm really happy and really proud that it happened at the perfect time so everyone can see my special because they're in quarantine.
Yeah, and all the while not getting the virus himself. Isn't that that's amazing?
Isn't that crazy? Well, I'm type O positive, type O blood, so I can't get it apparently.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh, there's another bad bit of information to get out there.
No. Tom Segura did a podcast about the coronavirus, and the CDC reached out to him and asked him to take it down because it was so full of false information.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's so much of that crap floating around, and be careful what emails you open, by the way.
Exactly.
Oh, I just bought up all the Prevacid, Prilosec, and Zantac I could find because that's the new email going around, that those fight the proteins of the COVID-19. I'm like the idiot. Good thing I have a bidet because I don't need toilet paper at all.
Yeah, that's been kind of a theme here. And in all truth, I'm not joking here, bidet sales have in fact gone up.
Well, by the way, they should. I've been hands-free for 2 years, and I love it.
Yeah, well, that's just got to be weird. Do you have to? Do you air dry afterward? Do you have a towel? What do you do?
No, you just pat dry. It cleans everything. It's like, you ever see them take a fire hose to the side of a mountain and then take away the sediment?
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly what you do. And say if you're a little stopped up, you loosen up the O-ring, let some water flood into the village, and it floods right back out like high tide.
This is sort of like anal fracking.
Exactly.
A little bit.
I'm really into anal fracking. By the way, put that in Pornhub, see what comes up.
Sadly, it probably is a thing. Our guest is comedian Bert Kreischer, and Hey Big Boy is the name of the new special. With all the downtime, everybody's going to have a great time to watch.
Not Hey Big Boy. It's Hey Big Boy.
Hey, big boy.
Well, which is it, Bert? How do you pronounce it?
Well, it's not the one where the fat guy shows up in the gay steam room like you did. Oh, hey, big boy.
Hey, big boy.
Hey, big boy.
It's the guy. Have you guys gotten the email of, hey, warning about the coronavirus, check this link, and you open it, and it's a 270-pound black dude on the side of a bed?
Yes.
No, I have not seen that.
Yes.
He's totally naked. So my wife and I are flying to Burlington, Vermont, right? Christina Pajinski, Tom's wife, texts that to my wife. Hey, super scary coronavirus in Woodland Hills, right by Georgia's school. Want you to check this link. My wife does not open the link, okay? She then cuts and pastes it and sends it to 50 of the moms at Georgia school.
Yes, it's
We land. My wife's phone is shaking like Michael J. Fox on coke. She gives it to me, and she's like, "I don't think that was a link to the coronavirus." I open it. I see the black dude naked with I'm talking, impressive piece of meat on him.
elephant trunk.
And that is when you find out who is cool and who is not cool real quick.
Real quick.
You read the replies, you're like, wow, I hope that doesn't hit my house.
Yeah,
Are you sure that's the coronavirus? I think I had that in college.
That's what your wife said? I was a bit...
No, that's
Oh, sorry, I was confused.
My wife called she goes, I said that to our daughters.
Oh.
I was like, I called Georgia. I go, Georgia, did you see the email Mom sent? She goes, did I see it? Dad, I can't unsee it. She was like, I passed it around the bus. We were on a travel softball game. I passed it around the bus going, hey, everyone should read this, and didn't realize until it got back to me what I had just shown everybody. She goes, our softball coach saw it and said, we need to get one of those to warm up with in the batter circle.
It was indeed very impressive. Bert Kreischer is our guest. So who all is at your actual home now where you are quarantined?
It's me, Leanne, Georgia, and Isla. That's it. Like, Leanne is super, super strict about this. I'm allowed to leave to do podcasts with Tom and Bill Burr. That's it. That's all I'm like. She is super strict. But I think you need people like that in order for this to go the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, are you stopping anywhere in your way? Are you allowed to get a coffee or?
Nope, can't. Oh, no. You definitely cannot get coffee. Like, my wife shut it down. She's like, this is. My wife is considering this a war. So she's like, this is wartime. If this is World War II, I would have gone into the factories. I would have done my job. You would have signed up for the military. She's like, that's how this works. So we make coffee at home. We have all our food at home. By the way, we got Blue Apron. Great time to have Blue Apron. Blue Apron, we got 3 meals a week coming to us that are amazing that we can, not to sell Blue Apron, but she is super strict. No one's allowed, I have to run on the treadmill. Last night we were going to take a walk, and it looked like the streets were flooded, and Leanne's like, nah, we're going to stay inside. So thank God for my wife. I would not be that way. I'd be like, it's St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, wow. Once again, Bert Kreischer's new special is called, how do I pronounce it, Josh?
Oh, I'm not.
Is it Hey, Big Boy?
What?
Yeah. Make it real slow.
Go ahead, Chris. You do it.
Like it's a 1920s Southern gay porn that you're shooting. Hey, big boy.
No, you do it. You do it. You can do the hetero version.
Hey, big boy.
Oh, there you go.
That was very nice. That's
the way it should be done.
With Bert Kreischer, who what was that? I'm trying to remember. What year were you voted the biggest partier in college?
1997.
Wow.
I look at those kids in spring break in Florida that are like, I'm about to get turned, man. I don't care about no flu. And I'm like, I can't figure out if I was that dumb or if I was smarter than that.
Yeah.
Want me to take this one?
Yeah. Would you answer this one, Tom?
Really?
Oh, you're not going to.
Oh, I would have been.
You were always omniscient.
No. I think I understand. I mean, the spring break is a ritual for a reason. Everybody needed a break. Yeah, I mean,
think about, when you're young, it's like, how many times did you do things when you were young where you're like rob a train or like something where you're like, oh, this isn't going to come back to haunt me. I mean, how many regrettable tattoos do people get? How many times do people get tattoos and not check to see if you were getting Hep C? Like, and it just stinks that it's gonna decimate Florida. That is going to decimate Florida. There's no way. With all the old people in Florida, there's going to be a lot of available beachfront property. I will tell you that.
Well, we'll see if they obey what's going on. I guess a lot of the people who aren't abiding by this are, in fact, baby boomers.
Really?
That surprises me.
Really?
Yeah, it's true. There's I just read a very interesting article about it that they figured, well, hey, we got through all this other stuff. This is going to be fine. This is going to pass.
And
we don't
maybe
have to
some of them
participate.
feel like coronavirus easier than divorce.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, that's really funny, Josh.
And you know this is really serious when the Surgeon General.
Well, hold on. That is a brilliant. Like, there are people in very unhappy marriages like, honey, I'm going to go to the store real quick. I'll be back.
You know what?
Licking the light poles.
A lot of men at the stores these days.
Yeah.
Here's a good time for you to start smoking cigarettes, honey. And drink alcohol.
Well, there's going to be a lot of divorces, I think, and plus a lot of babies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Our population is going to skyrocket. It's going to skyrocket because if you figure, whatever the mortality rate is, 1% or 3%, you figure all these people are sitting inside with nothing to do. I mean, literally, that's all that's going to happen. And in China, where that's like the only thing they have to do, we're going to be screwed.
Well, who was I guess, Christy, you were saying Dr. Oz has recommended that adults spend a great deal of their spare time in
it makes in the bedroom because it helps with depression. It wards off the fighting. Yeah, everybody's going to fight when they're making love, right?
Yeah, well, my wife, I have this joke in a special, and it got memed by 50 Cent, but I put it out on my trailer like 2 weeks ago. But the joke, my wife will not have sex with me because she is like, you don't know how long the latency period is, and we don't want to give it to each other. And I was like, and she's like, if we do that, we'll definitely give it to each other. And my joke is like, I will definitely have sex with my wife if she's sick. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah. She's like, but I don't want to get you sick. I was like, well, practice safe sex. She's like, you're going to wear a condom? I was like, no, doggy style, so you cough into the wall. Jeez, woman, you got a cold, not AIDS. Spin it around, Doc Holliday.
Well, I think on that note, we'll sign off. Very funny. Bert Kreischer, the new special is Hey, Big Boy. And it's streaming right now on Netflix. You're the best, Bert. I hope to get you back in the studio soon. I know you had to cancel a bunch of dates, but you'll be back out there on the road as soon as it's humanly possible.
I love you guys.
Thank you so
can't wait
much.
to come back. Thank
Great.
you so
We'll
much.
look forward to seeing you, Bert.
You're welcome, but thank you.
Thank you. Now, we will get some news out of Christy Lee. I promise.
Now.
Have you heard about the Cats movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I've certainly heard of it, but is there something new about it?
Yes.
Oh, you're not going to believe it.
Okay.
It is brilliantly great.
Wow. I know Seth Rogen recently watched it while high and was tweeting about it.
Yes, we have that also. But
Gotcha.
There's apparently a version of the movie in which there's been some augmentation.
Okay. All right.
That involves the thing you see when your cat is walking away. That's coming up right now. I want to remind you that especially if you're stuck around here, you got a small business you got to run, guess what you need? You need Stamps.com. Instead of wrestling around with that thing that you've been wrestling around with for years, Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. 700,000 small businesses already use Stamps.com. Now, Christy, I know you're very familiar with this.
Yes, and you can get postage anytime, 24/7, any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it because you just use your computer. It's that easy at Stamps.com. And you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off shipping rates.
That's so great. Small businesses need all the help they can get right now.
Yes, they do.
Saving money on stamps is huge.
It is huge. And right now, our listeners get a special offer, don't they, Tom?
Yeah. There's no equipment to lease, no long-term commitments. Stamps.com, once again, saves you time and money. The special offer includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone on the top of the homepage, type in Bob and Tom, if you please. That'd be good for you and good for us. Stamps.com, enter the code Bob and Tom. Save yourself time and money. We're coming right back with the movie Cats and some other exciting things in the news, including Playboy Magazine.
Yeah.
We got trouble.
Drive-through lap dances.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Al Jackson, Bert Kreischer on a Thursday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Don't forget about the Bob and Tom app, free at the iTunes or Google Play Store. Tune into your local station. Listen to Bob and Tom 24/7. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Pretty cool, and best of all, it's free. The Bob and Tom app, make sure you get it. Tell your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, when you see them, all about it. The Bob and Tom app, free. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment update. Willie Nelson's Luck Reunion Festival had to be called off because of the new coronavirus, but now performers are going to be playing for tips online tonight. It was supposed to be today in Nelson's backyard in Luck, Texas, featuring Nelson, Jewel, Lucinda Williams, Paul Simon, Edie Brickell, Margot Price, Randy Houser, and others. The musicians now are going to live stream their performances for free, and you can opt to contribute to a digital tip jar. Blake Shelton doing his part to fight the new coronavirus. He's growing his mullet back. Shelton swears on Twitter it's for real, and he's doing it as a symbol of hope or something like that. He says he and Gwen Stefani made the decision together. And Bonnaroo's Place, as one of the first festivals of the summer, has now been turned into one of the first festivals of the fall. Bonnaroo has been rescheduled for September 24th through the 27th in Manchester, Tennessee, in response to the new coronavirus outbreak. It was set to go June 11th through the 14th. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Kenny Thomas.
Hey!
Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
Where are you?
Well, you're a lucky one, huh?
At home. All I do is mope around the house now, stare at my laptop, flip through old day planners, and scroll through my phone.
Oh.
It's like I'm on nonstop standby.
Yeah.
Dawned on me last night, this is how Zone 4 people must live on a daily basis.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
I gotta get a girlfriend. I gotta get a girlfriend. I gotta get new clothes so I can get a girlfriend. Start clipping my toes so I can get a girlfriend. Get some work done on my nose so I can get a girlfriend. Stop wearing pantyhose so I can get a girlfriend. Girlfriend. I'm even willing to pay someone to say that they're my girlfriend. People start to think you're gay when you've never had a girlfriend. I'd buy flowers every day if I had a girlfriend. I wouldn't be like OJ and kill my girlfriend. Girlfriend. I'm gonna change the key so I can get a girlfriend. Start having sex for free with my girlfriend. She could even have VD if she was my girlfriend. It might hurt when I pee, but at least I'd have a girlfriend. Girlfriend. Is it getting catchy yet?
Oh, yeah.
Girlfriend. Okay. And then this kind of breaks it up. This is sort of the bridge part here.
Yeah.
We could do lots of crazy things, like I could pull her ears out and say, hey, look, guys, it's Dumbo. And she'd say, who are you and how'd you get into my house?
Yeah! Right back to it.
How low do I have to sink to get me a girlfriend? Put something in her drink, then she could be my girlfriend. I didn't say she had to think that she was my girlfriend. Just don't put me in the clean, or I'll be someone else's girlfriend. Girlfriend. I gotta get a computer so I can get a
a girlfriend, I might as well be neutered. Cause I've never had a girlfriend. I hope she has big hooters for her to be my girlfriend. But then beggars can't be choosers, so anyone can be my girlfriend. We got another bridge part.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, 922 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers, thunderstorms today. Look for a high of 67. Cloudy overnight down to 60. Showers early. Temperatures falling on Friday with a high of 66, then down to 45. Right now, 48 degrees.
Coming up in about half an hour, a little more than half an hour, we got some of those Guns N' Roses tickets here on Q95. We're hanging out, having a great time. And we have a lot going on still. Christy has a bunch of things we haven't even gotten to yet, so certainly look forward to that. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Did you just hit yourself in the face?
Well, during the break, yes. But during the break, I was ordering Omaha steaks and forgot to get the news off the printer. May I be excused?
Go ahead. Go get the news. I don't know what's going on here. There's clunking over there. We're going to get that song up, right? Ready for a little sports tribute? Okay, great. This is the Bob and Tom Show. It's 19 March 2020, and we are here. This is us. Who is us? Well, right now it's Ace Cosby, our engineer. Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Josh Arnold in the sidekick chair.
Hi.
This is Tom speaking. Christy Lee's rushing back from the printer. Did you find everything?
Yes, I did.
Thank you very much. And that's Pat Godwin, the man, the guitar. And we're going to play a nice, fresh version of a classic sports song.
Okay.
Involving some sporting news. While we get ready for that, I guess we can finally hand the news baton to Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
A Las Vegas strip club said it will begin offering drive-through strip shows. Though Nevada governor has recommended a 30-day shutdown of all non-essential businesses, Little Darling Strip Club intends to stay open.
Little Darling.
It will allow customers to patronize the establishment without even going inside. Ryan Carlson, Director of Operations for Little Darlings,
they'll be coming inside.
Said,
their cars.
Quote, guests can drive up to the front door, and we're going to have dancers separated by the 6-foot separation rule.
Okay.
And they can enjoy a totally nude show right from the seat of their car. Boy, I bet the neighbors are excited.
Yeah. I wonder how the quality is.
10-minute show will cost you how much, Josh? What would you pay for 10 minutes?
10-minute strip show, drive-through, $40.
$100.
Oh, geez.
They made headlines when it announced recently they would hold a hand sanitizer giveaway for customers at Little Darlings.
I bet that isn't hand sanitizer in all those paws.
Yeah.
Carlson also added they're going to offer a cool, this is quote, a cool nude hand sanitizer wrestling show this weekend.
What a waste of hand sanitizer in these trying times.
God, Carlson assured that they are complying with CDC recommendations by practicing social distancing, frequent hand washing, offering hand sanitizing stations, and taking everyone's temperature as they enter.
Now, I've done one of these drive-through strip clubs before, and when I pulled up, I didn't realize I must have ordered supersize because
the big girl.
I see.
Large woman.
I guess the big problem is all these guys. They're not. They're wasting all their ones. They're keeping all. They're hoarding all their ones to use them as toilet paper. These are very difficult times.
Yes.
Do they not have just traditional porn in Vegas? Is there something about the?
Well, yeah, I guess
the brothels are still open too, aren't
And
they?
you know what? I bet this is also a good way for regulars to support their favorite strippers.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do they do what they do at the drive-in theater?
What does that mean?
Will they sync it to your radio? You pull in and they go,
yeah.
Hey, you tune it in to 94.7.
Yeah, they're playing Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Pour some sugar on me.
They might be.
Well, now we have a couple things I want to get to here. First of all, letter from a garbage man.
Oh, they're working hard. Thank you.
Please make a shout out to all the garbage men and women.
Yes.
Writes Adam. We have to deal with everybody's, quote,
refuse.
Maggot-infested, juice-dripping garbage every day.
Wow.
Man.
Now, with everybody being home and deep cleaning, garbage has gotten heavier and more abundant. Thank you very much.
I bet.
Oh, from Dubuque, home of the best buffet.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
This is once again from thank you, Adam. And keep working hard. We certainly appreciate it, wherever you may be. Mm-hmm. And remember, those truckers, a lot of them can't go through drive-thrus because of the size of their vehicle. So you can help a trucker out maybe by going through the drive-thru and passing along that lunch. How about that?
And note to self, don't ask a garbage man where to get a good breakfast.
Yeah, they'll
Well,
just point you to the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Okay, now, do you want to set up this story? A little bit of sporting news, some big news in
Jacksonville Jaguars traded Nick Foles to Chicago Bears. Bad news for Mitch Trubisky, the Bears quarterback. Good news for now, evidently, QB1 in Jacksonville, the one and the only, Gardner Minshew. He's back as number one quarterback. He had his ups and downs last year, as you recall.
Yeah, roller coaster ride.
Every week in the NFL season.
But a likable cuss, isn't he?
Oh, my goodness.
Got that big bushy mustache.
He's the Derek Sanderson of the NFL.
Yeah.
Trying to relate to Tom. See how he enthusiastic is?
He loved that.
Yeah.
Derek Sanderson, of course, wrote the autobiography, I Gotta Be Me.
How about that?
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I couldn't tell you who he was.
Skated for the Bees. That's right.
Famous NHL player. I thought you'd.
Oh, that? All right. I know who you're talking about.
With a big bushy
now.
mustache. He
Yeah.
also had a big bushy mustache. Maybe Minshew's stealing all this from Derek Sanderson.
Yeah, but Gardner's an interesting guy. He's a lot of fun. And this is a brand new song about Gardner Minshew now being the number one quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mick Jagger.
I like it.
in the
Yeah,
studio.
it's all right.
It's good to see you, Mick.
Yes,
It's nice to see you, mate.
Yeah. Looking good.
I feel good. Song about Gardner Minshew. The job is all his now. Let's sing. Now he's the starting quarterback, leading the attack. Gardner Minshew. Naked in the locker room, a mustache just like a broom. Girls wanna kiss ya. Let me hear you sing, Tommy boy. Gardner Minshew.
Could we drop a step next time I can?
Nick Foles left to be a bear. Gardner even paid his airfare. Mr. Minshew. How nice of you. Raiders in Tampa, FLA. But right up the way, Gardner Minshew. Ooh, Jaguars, why'd you wait so long? Ooh, Jaguars, why'd you wait so long? To make Gardner feel like he belongs. Well, bring it down.
Not quite that far now.
What's the matter, man? Got the backing of the fans. There's some Jaguar cheerleaders that's dying to meet you. We're gonna bring a case of White Claw, play Madden football like we used to. Gardner Minshew.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. Bill Wyman on the bass. Little tribute.
No, that was me. It's Dean.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
was just trying to.
I've been in the other room there. You
Okay.
probably didn't see behind
Okay, sorry.
Mick Jaguar on the lyrics.
Thank you. I like that very much. We'll have a new edition of that.
That was the NFL tie-in, wasn't it?
It sure was. Yeah, Mick Jaguar. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Now, we really haven't done much visiting with Christy Lee at the news desk today.
It's
Do we have any other happy?
What do you got over there, ho?
That was out of left field.
All right.
Wow, that was,
Okay.
that was
Man.
cruel. And
No, I'm just trying to spice things up a little bit.
with what, HR?
Oh, I'll talk to any one of those fuckers any day of the week. Kidding me? Especially the one with the diesels.
Oh, boy.
Give me a call, top heavy.
How about
on
those
that
hammers, huh?
On that note, if you're a magazine fan of the nudie type, you're going to have to look elsewhere. Playboy has announced it will suspend production of its print edition due to the coronavirus. In an open letter posted to Medium, CEO Ben Cohen said last week, as the disruption of the coronavirus pandemic to content production and the supply chain became clearer and clearer, we have decided that our spring 2020 issue will be our final printed publication
And
for the year.
Tens of men
in the
everywhere
United
are
States.
upset.
Yeah.
Well, they make a lot of money still somehow. So
Well, on the
Sure,
actual
internet.
publication?
Do they?
No, I
Are
think
they
they
on
make-
the internet?
I think they make all their money with hotels and gaming and.
Oh, I see.
I don't think they make money at all. That's
I think you know what, they still may internationally. I think the Playboy brand is still quite big.
They license the
the money
According to the CEO, the Playboy brand is more successful than ever before, and that it is driving over $3 billion in annual consumer spending worldwide.
Weren't you in an issue like Luscious Ladies of Radio back in the early 90s?
We just made a homemade version of that here.
I didn't get selected, but thanks for bringing that back up.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Whatever, ho, next.
Even pre-Photoshop, we had our ways.
Yeah.
This is there's going to be a generation that the centerfold is going to go the way of the floppy disk and the telephone booth. I think, don't you?
Yeah.
It's gonna. There's not going to be any printed. They by the way, they do believe it or not, a Braille edition of Playboy.
Is that right?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, one can only imagine. If they have descriptions of the pictures, or do they just like a bas relief?
Yeah, they
page
could.
40 of.
Maybe they really do just get the articles.
It was the articles.
Yeah. I mean, there were some great short stories and articles.
Is this an ad for tacos? No. That's a shaver.
What is this? Is this an Arby's ad?
Well, it must be because there's the big Montana.
So no Playboy. Didn't they go no nudity there for a while?
Yep.
And that
They tried to do the Maxim thing.
Yeah, that didn't work.
No.
Okay, all right. Is Maxim still out there?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I'm the world of magazines.
I see him at the airport. That's about the only time I ever see magazines anymore.
Okay, all right.
Or the ones that get sent here.
Now, I promised Josh some good news from one of his favorite topics. Of course, I'm talking about Twinkies.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Hostess cakes.
I thought we were going to go to talking about cats. I wasn't ready. There we go.
We have time for both.
Hostess is releasing a line of lattes that taste like Twinkies and Ding Dongs. That's right. Hostess is releasing a line of lattes that taste like their classic snack cakes.
Really?
The ready-to-drink flavored iced lattes will come in Twinkie, Ding Dong, Honey Bun, and Snowball flavors.
Now, wait a minute. Snowball, the Hostess cake, right? Not the sex move?
The act, the process.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, good. Yes.
What is the Snowball?
I couldn't even begin.
You don't want to know.
All 4 items are in distribution now nationwide. We'll talk to you off the air.
You know what? I don't think even off the air.
No,
Well, you would die.
Okay, I was not aware.
Evidently, Christy's an expert in this.
No, I know about this, unfortunately.
The movie Clerks made it famous, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So these are liquid Twinkies, in other words.
Yeah, pretty much.
But cold. Is that correct? It's not like when you say latte, it's like a.
Will you heat up
coffee.
your Twinkies?
No, but I mean, you said it was an
It's an iced latte.
Iced latte.
I've never even thought about that.
We've got to try. We've got to get
Iced
some Twinkies
lattes.
and just pop them in the microwave for, 15 seconds?
And watch some cartoons.
See what
have
happens?
some Spam? Yes.
I bet it's delicious.
Of course it is.
Plenty of sugar.
I bet they swell up a little bit.
I hope.
Do you know, should we go get some of these for you to try?
I suppose. To me, I would rather just have a cup of coffee with some Twinkies.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard to find these now.
Well, thank you. Sorry to bring it up. Sure, we can send someone out and mission.
No, we're not allowed to do that.
Death-defying mission?
Okay.
How much do you love the show, son?
Can you imagine if one of us got sick because we had to get Twinkie lattes for the show?
Oh.
There'd be nothing but giggling standing there in the greeting line.
Doesn't Twinkie latte sound like a blaxploitation actress?
Yeah.
Starring Twinkie latte and Pam Grier.
I'm going to get you, sucker. Well, stop sucking on that sucker.
Wouldn't like Twinkie Cocoa or something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry.
Due to all of the self-quarantining, a lot of movies are getting back into the news that we had thought had gone away, and Cats is one of those.
Now, this story, Christy, you can't read it the way it's written.
Oh,
sorry.
Why don't you just...
Yeah, that AP has a foul mouth.
Stop.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. I'm a
Why don't you
professional.
just
I know
stop
what
the dance
to do.
and you do it?
This is no, you can do it. You just I want to see if you can
understand.
dance around it. Okay.
People are clamoring for a cut of the movie Cats
They
with
are?
the actual cat butts edited back in.
Butts?
Yeah, they're butts.
Well,
Writer-producer...
let me be a little more specific. Apparently, at one point when they made this movie Cats, as you know, it was all a lot of digital stuff.
Yeah.
I guess there were several scenes in which the cat's
rear end was shown.
Ani?
Yes.
The dirt button, if you will.
Okay.
Was very visible.
So they took it out.
So they were digitally removed, and apparently we'll go ahead, Kristen.
So there apparently is a tweet. There's a hashtag online where they're clamoring for this uncut version, if you will, to
Where
be
the
released.
Anuses are visible.
Yes, but I can't. The hashtag is release the blank blank cut.
Okay.
First word, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Even Knives
Is this
Out.
the whole story?
No, we're only reading
No, I'm not
parts of
done
it.
yet.
But
Yes, but.
There you go.
hold that thought.
All right.
Even Knives Out director Rian Johnson said the special cut is exactly what we all need right now. Ben Merkler, the writer, producer, director, learned from one of the film's crew members that there is no version that includes cat anuses, only that there were certain shots that resembled certain feline anatomy that needed to be edited out. Oh, well.
Okay, so it's kind of interesting.
And of course, everybody's talking about Seth Rogen, who got high and was watching Cats and was online. That's kind
Live tweeting it?
Yeah, he wrote, I'm pretty stoned and watching Cats. I've never seen the Broadway show. It's truly trippy. Am I supposed to know what a jellicel is? I don't know what that is. They've said it 200,000 times, but I don't know what's happening. And a stoner.
Well.
How did Seth Rogen laugh after he wrote
There you go. Thank you. Chick has a good Seth Rogen.
Have you ever owned a cat, Josh?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, when they walk away and they
Tail
thrust their
up.
tail up.
Yeah, they like to flash the old bee.
Yep.
They put their tail in the air like they just don't care.
Yeah, there you go.
Straight cats.
Every time I see that, I sing that song "Memories" from the Cats. Memories. Okay, maybe I'm the only one. Okay. Now.
You saw Cats on Broadway?
You poor bastard.
Did you see Cats?
No.
Sat through
No.
Oh, I was going to say, man.
Chicken.
Okay. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show features a great important announcement. Actually, we've just been online off the air.
That's right. With the Christy and I.
Ordering Omaha steaks because, boy, this is perfect timing.
Perfect. timing.
Literally just ordered this because
Yep.
it's amazing. Grilling season is here, of course. We're all cooking at home
Yep.
for one reason or another. And my gosh, does Omaha Steaks have the deal for you? It's the ultimate grillers package. Go to omahasteaks.com for this limited time offer. Enter the code BTS in the search bar and get 68% off this amazing package. That's a $186 value. Now for only $59.99. What do you get, Josh?
What do you get, Josh?
What do you get, Josh?
2 butcher's cut filet mignons, 2 bold and beefy top sirloins, 4 premium pork chops, 4 Omaha Steaks burgers, and 4 gourmet jumbo franks, which we all agree are the greatest hot dogs we've ever had.
That's true. Yep.
4 potatoes au gratin. That means potatoes au cheese. 4 caramel apple tartlets and an Omaha Steaks signature seasoning packet. My gosh, these are by far the most tender, most flavorful steaks, and you can only get steaks of this quality from Omaha Steaks.
But you're not done.
Not at all.
No.
Only for Bob and Tom listeners.
That's right.
That means you'll also get 4 more burgers and 4 more franks for free.
So the total is how much?
It is $59.99 at omahasteaks.com. But stock up now. This is the limited time stock up special. The free burgers and free franks. You have to put in the promo code BTS in the search bar. Add the Ultimate Grillers package to your cart today.
Yes.
Omaha Steaks.
Thank you very much, Omaha Steaks. Good time to do that because they'll deliver them right to you.
Yes.
Yep.
And they've got a great website, family-owned company. It's great stuff. Thank you, Omaha Steaks. We are coming right back with a happy story
Okay.
about a polar bear.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Happy
who'd he
polar
kill?
bear. No one yet. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Floyd, Mark here. How you doing? Glad you're with us on a Thursday. Hope you're having a good Thursday. We're trying to get you sane, keep you sane as things continue to unwind throughout the world. Lots of bad news out there, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the funny right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk with the Bob and Tom Sports Update. The new NFL year has started. Free agent contracts and trades have begun. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers enter free agency with expectations of signing six-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Tom Brady. That deal could be announced today. A person familiar with the trade says the Jaguars have agreed to send quarterback Nick Foles to the Bears for a compensatory fourth-round draft pick. They're dumping Foles just over a year after giving the former Super Bowl MVP a 4-year, $88 million contract. And the Denver Broncos have acquired five-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman Jarrell Casey from the Tennessee Titans. And people familiar with the situation say that Major League Baseball is considering skipping their amateur draft this year, putting off the next international signing period as a way to preserve cash while games are affected by the new coronavirus. Major League Baseball proposed crediting full Major League service for 130 games or more and proportional service for a shorter season. The union wants a full season of service, even if no games are played. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ancient philosophy was framed by prodigies. Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates. And even though their thoughts were deemed the aristocratic voice, they also had a thing for little boys. Catherine the Great, so it's been said, needed large animals to be fulfilled in bed. From historic rulers to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Isn't life pretty? Ernest Hemingway once said. And then he put a bullet through his head. Salvador Dali's surreal paintings were godsend. You'd never know he ate his own excrement. This is a great one during breakfast hour. Then there's Da Vinci, for whom it required dressing in women's underwear to be inspired. From the great romantics to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks.
Okay. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Can I tell you something? Hey. My mother used to chew her toenails
No way.
in front of me.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Clothed or not? I would.
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
Or a little best of right here. Right here.
That would be,
Totally naked.
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I think you'd
remember
get
that.
free psychiatry for life. Free Prozac, whatever you
government
want.
program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
You can imagine the twisting that would be
There's a
involved.
lot of people who can't even do that.
Okay. She was very limber.
Show's over.
Dear Donnie Baker, where did you work before you worked for Randy? Man, before I had this job, I had a whole bunch of jobs. I remember one summer I got fired from a car wash because I was really messing with Toby Coon's car. He owed me $50 from the Dockin concert that summer and wouldn't pay up, but still had the nerve to drive through Sonny's car wash where me and Scotty worked. I told Scotty to cover me while I gave Toby's sunroof the O'Donnell Baker Doberman Pancher. I swear to God I did, man. He tried to sue Sonny's car wash, but they said they weren't liable because he forgot to shut his sunroof. You have to shut your sunroof at the car wash, man. It's state law. That ain't half as bad as the time I dropped one on Scotty's windshield in his first 40 XP. Did it just for fun. He hit the wipers and it looked like a bad game of hot potato.
Stop reading the mail and get back to work.
Shut up, Randy, before I go outside and open your sunroof. I gotta go.
The man in the studio with us is comedian
947 at 947.
94.7 at 947. Is that what you're trying to get out there?
Yep.
Okay,
Excellent.
very good. We have Guns N' Roses tickets coming up in about 10 or 15 minutes or so, about something like that. So if you're a Guns N' Roses fan, stick around. Friday, August 21st, Lucas Oil Stadium.
I'm assuming we mail them now.
Oh,
The ins and outs and the complexity of this situation far outweigh the importance of your working here. And welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Still here.
How is everybody? Wait,
we lost one. We're down one.
The OrangeInsoles.com sports desk is currently unmanned.
Oh, boy.
Maybe we can have Ace take up the slack. He's our engineer over there. I can see him from here. I was going to say it's Al Jackson. No, it's Josh Arnold. He's over there. Al's already come and gone. Christy Lee is at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Come sashaying in.
Chick McGee is just sashaying
More
in.
mincing than anything else.
Thanks for leaving the seat up in the bathroom, by the way.
Pat Godwin's over there.
Right here.
I wasn't in the ladies' room.
Somebody was and left the seat up.
Well, it wasn't
Not
me, Harpy.
Well, you usually do.
It's all right, Nagzilla. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, I wasn't yours truly either. I'm sorry. I left that. I just went in the sink.
I washed and sanitized.
Yeah, we got a whole other problem in the men's room.
Christy Lee is there,
Yes,
right
sir.
there, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. We've reviewed almost. We forgot to do today.
What?
News,
history,
comedy.
We didn't do a lot of.
Comedy? Where the hell have you been? I've been laughing.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Fun day.
I liked it a lot.
I did.
And I don't like anything.
We have a lot to get to here, but can we do a little bit of hey, Today in History? Do you have the intro?
Jesus.
Leonard's got
I'm now for
Leonard, you're the grossest.
today in history. This is Leonard Zombie.
It's a good birthday. Born on this day in 1848, Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Remember,
There was a picture of him yesterday somewhere on Instagram. A handsome older gentleman.
Was
in
he?
1923, yeah.
Was he a sheriff? What was he?
Yeah, famous lawman in Tombstone, Arizona.
Weightlifter.
And Hollywood consultant.
And he made a great pizza.
Yep.
Tombstone.
Yeah, he sure did.
He was a very handsome man, although a lot of women were unhappy with him because he, of course, spread the herpes.
I did, yeah.
Yikes.
Indeed, we get out of you.
Yes, Andy.
Did you know this, Josh? I did not know this. The great porno actor Harry Reams died on this date in 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mr. Reams, of course,
yeah,
starred in...
Deep Throat or...
Was he in Deep Throat?
Yeah.
Was he?
He's the doctor.
Yeah, he was a doctor.
Yeah. He explains that the woman's
yes.
pleasure center is actually in her esophagus.
Back of her throat.
Right. I don't know if he was the one that actually held the gun on her off camera.
Right. Yeah, or wouldn't give her drugs. unless she
Holding
paid
the
for 'em.
bags of Coke for her.
Yeah.
I wonder who brought up Harry Reams. I can't remember.
Saying this is something interesting. How about something a little bit more friendly?
How about
Okay.
You don't know if he's the one that held the gun.
Well, apparently she had a gun at her head the whole time.
Yeah, that's what she says in her book.
1915, Percival Lowell captured the first image of Planet X, which would become Pluto.
Planet.
Yeah. And then it's no longer a planet. Is that correct?
Wow.
I think that's unfair. It should still be a planet.
Yeah, okay.
Elvis bought Graceland on this date in 1957.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder if he knew that be the last place for his last stand. Or I guess it's more of a sit.
Yeah, it sure was. Yeah.
You feel good about that?
Yeah, I'm just glad he said sit.
Smells like somebody died in there.
They don't let you go in that room. You're supposed they flushed that when they went up there?
Oh, Tom.
I bet that happens a lot. Isn't that physically? One of the guys on The Sopranos.
It's time now to review.
Is it?
Yeah.
Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thank you very much, Grainger. Let's see. We learned that we're streaming the show today on YouTube again, just for fun. We'll do it again tomorrow. It's a lot of fun. We also learned that you don't have to sing Happy Birthday twice when washing your hands. You can sing the song Fly's Eyes from Haywood Banks.
Yeah.
And it's just as good. We learned that people are putting up Christmas lights all over the country just to kind of make you happy.
And to warn everyone that they have coronavirus.
That's false.
No.
Oh, what?
Let's see. Today is, in fact, the spring equinox.
Happy spring.
There you go. And I only had half my dinner last night because my daughter sneezed on it.
Yeah.
And we talked to our friends at Hotel Tango making hand sanitizer for charity instead of making booze for a while. What a great thing they're doing. And thanks so much for listening and watching. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The first bank that treats you like you have coronavirus. Our low interest rates are nothing to sneeze at. The first bank that treats you like you have coronavirus. Where our motto is, don't touch our pens. Member FDIC.